So at the moment, off grid position number 1 will be the 13 bike of Clinton Hanna and Brenton Coleman. Grid 2 will be the 14 of Rob and Harley Martin. Grid 3 will be the 17 bike of Brett Steer and Wade Thorne. And at the back of the field will be the 72 bike of Jono and Jace Kilburn. So just the 4 bikes here at Nelson tonight. To start us off with the High Reach Access Solutions sidecars. And it's a good start by the 14 pairing of Rob and Harley Martin, using that inside line beautifully as they start to make their way down the back straight. A nice wee battle here between the 14 and the 17 pairing, the 2 Martin boys, and the 17 of Brett Steer and Wade Thorne. The 17 right on the rear end of the 14 as they make their way through Bigsy's Hill 1 and 2, and almost the inside line there for the 17 bike. Just closing the door though was the 14 of Rob and Harley Martin. This track a bit dry at the moment, so hopefully we'll get a bit of moisture in after this race. So it'll be next lap will be the white flag for our sidecars as they start to make their way around. That gap for the 14 bike of Rob and Harley Martin has extended, but not by too much as it's white flag. So one more lap to go for the 14 of Rob, Harley Martin, Brett Steer and Wade Thorne. They're trying with all they can. It just might be to no avail as they start to make their way down the back straight into 3 and 4 shop corner. So a wee bit dicey and tricky through 3 and 4 for the 14 bike, but they'll take the race win. Rob and Harley Martin will pick up the race from the 17 bike of Brett Steer and Wade Thorne. In third position will go all the way back to the 13 bike of Clinton Hanna and Brent Coleman. And then in fourth position at the back of the field will go Jono and Jace Kilburn. So a good way to start off our High Reach Access Solutions sidecars here for tonight in association with the team at Gray's Engineering.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again from sunny Nelson. Bianca, this is the very talented Randy T. Randy, welcome. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good. We've had a cruisy day in the shed getting the car ready, and yeah, pretty cruisy, feeling good. We'll see what happens.
So you did have a really good night last night. Have you got any damage to the car?
We popped the tyre in the first one, and that was really our only damage for the night, and we don't have a spare, so touch wood, we don't pop our next tyre.
No spares?
No spares. Everyone else runs the same tyres, so I'm sure we'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll just keep that no spares between you and me. Now, Randy, it's been a little while since we've had a good yarn, but last time I was talking to you, I was actually offering you a very fond farewell. Here you are.
Yeah, here we are. We're back again. You know, the whole sport and all that was going to be done and dusted, and fortunately for me, I had some good sponsors and that come on board, and we got a chassis and then we got an engine together. So yeah, very grateful for my sponsors this year, that's for sure.
That's Ron Salter, is that right?
Yeah, Ron Salter from Auckland has come in a big way, and hence why I've got the A on the car now. That was sort of part of the deal. You contract to Auckland and I'll help you out. So that's how all that come about. And
of course, we have to address the elephant in the room. You haven't snuck out of Auckland to come racing?
No, I'm not from Auckland. I'm from Hawke's Bay and just contract to a different track. So no, I don't have COVID and I'm not from Auckland, so we're safe.
Touch wood, no COVID.
Yeah, no COVID. We'll be right. It's not down here in Nelson anymore.
So tell us about the car. You said you got a new chassis. I believe that's the old Ethan Rees car.
Yeah, so the chassis is a season old. Ethan raced it last year. Hard raced it as well. You know, teams race it week in, week out. We got it off Rees, Pete, and that during the off season. He put a new firewall and cradle and that in for it. They had a Nissan in it. I've put a Toyota in it. And we done some new steelwork and sort of put my shocks on it and stuff like that. And, you know, just piece our own little puzzle back together and get it the way I want it. And yeah, we seemed to be going all right. We had a couple of wins at Miani opening night, and we squeezed a win out of Keegan Levine last night on the last lap, and yeah, it feels good. Comfortable car.
Now, you and Keegan are good mates, of course, so there's no hard feelings about you taking the win from him?
No hard feelings at all, and yeah, another good sponsor, the top 10 crew, they helped me out. They sort of my ferry crossing out to get down here, so yeah, no, we're good mates. We'll help each other out.
Absolutely. They're a good bunch of people, and their bus is pretty mint too, yeah?
Yeah, very flash. Wish mine was like that.
So do I. So tell us, there was a bit of a change of the format tonight. Can you just talk us through that? Because there was a few withdrawals. There's been a little bit of an imbalance.
Yeah, so I don't think they originally got as many entries as what they wanted. There was meant to be 2 groups of Superstocks tonight, finals and consolations, and I think they're going to jam 27 of us on the track at once just to have us all together. So there'll only be 1 group of Superstocks tonight, and it's going to be bloody busy. So we'll see how we go.
And how are you faring? Because you're teamed up with a mini stock driver, and is it winner takes all on in terms of points for the both of you?
Still sort of got to see what happens, you know. 3 races to go. I kind of let the team down last night with a DNF and a flat tyre in that first race, and he's got 3 top 10 finishes, so I got to pull finger tonight.
Did he come and have a word with you, did he?
Yeah. No, it's good. It's a good system, actually. You know, everyone's on the same page. Yeah, I'm paired with 6N, Nichols boy.
Oh, well, that's a good pairing right there.
Yeah, he's a good little peddler, and I watched his last race last night. He knows what we're doing, but there's some bloody fast mini stocks here, so yeah, good on them. It's a good idea as well.
Absolutely, because you guys can kind of act as a mentor towards him too, can't you?
Well, you could say that for some of us, I suppose, but yeah, no, it's a good idea. I remember back when I did mini stocks, I always liked doing stuff like that, so yeah, good on them, and you know, as you say, it's a good way for them to meet us and vice versa.
Absolutely, because they'd probably want to come in and, you know, get a couple of hints from you and what have you, but you guys, believe it or not, you're quite intimidating to these young guys. Yeah. You're the heroes.
Yeah, I've sort of come from there, and I know what it's all about, so I always make the effort to say g'day and shake their hand, and you know, if they want to photo, just stuff like that, you know, make them feel comfortable, and yeah, it is. I've come from there, and I can see how it happens, and I can see why they're shy, and you just do what you do to make everyone happy. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, my son Blake, of course, as you know, is your biggest fan.
Yeah, the Speedway merch man, yeah.
He's the king of the merch, right?
Merch man, that's his name.
Hey, so tell me, is it going to rain? What's the weather doing?
We won't even talk about it, we'll just leave it at that. The wind's blowing that way, the clouds are over there, and some good clouds over there, hopefully, and we'll be sweet. We're just grateful to be racing, you know. The weather wasn't good, and we got last night out of it. Track might have been a bit shit, but we still got free racing, so happy days.
When we arrived early this afternoon, though, they were doing a lot of work on the track. Have you done a track walk yet?
Just having a nosy then. They've said they've been up here since early hours of this morning trying to sort it out, and good on them for doing it. Last night was probably one of the worst tracks I've raced on, but, you know, you can't stop the weather. If it's going to rain, isn't it? So at least we got to race, and that's all that matters.
Well, listen, Randy, I know that you've got to go and get ready. We've got a couple of sidecars coming back onto the track soon, so we'll let you go. Really appreciate the time you've taken to talk with us. We really do appreciate it. We're going to leave you guys with a few ads now from our sponsors, but have a great night racing.
Hi, I'm Brittany Carpenter, driver of 85 GM, based out of Greymouth. I use wholesale tyres, coloured chrome rims on my car. If you're looking for something unique and different on your car, contact Wholesale Tyres to get these coloured rims. Or get a hold of them on Facebook at Wholesale Tyres, or go onto their website, which is www.wholesaletyres.net.nz. See you trackside.
Need coloured chrome rims? Wholesale Tyres. Good rims, better prices, great people.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm down in the pits with Solomon Taylor. Now, all the drivers are just having a little bit of chill time at the minute, so I thought I'd grab the next best person. He is actually one of the pit crew for the Berry Boys. So, you've got to tell us, how did Jake do last night? He ended up upside down, but was there any damage?
He wasn't too bad, to be honest with you. He just come in, he done a couple of steering arms, he had a buggered wheelgate and a buggered rim, so we got stuck into that and he was back out. It was grouse.
He did really well. I mean, this was the second meeting in this car.
Yeah, so second meeting in the car. He's just had his engine done this season. He's had a bit of bad luck. At practice, dropped his oil pressure and he's had his motor away for a couple of weeks. So he was pretty ready for this weekend. So, but unfortunate in the first race, but he got back out then. He was good to go.
And how about Mitch? I can't even see where he is. He's probably hiding. How did he go last night?
Yeah, he done pretty well. He seemed he came out with no damage, just a nut and bolt today and a bit of a clean up. So yeah, we're good to go for tonight. We'll give it one.
So they didn't ask you for any adjustments? They just all look at them all just sitting here ready to go.
Yeah, they're giving me a bit of flack for it. No, we got him on the scales today. His setup's pretty grouse now, so we should be good to go tonight. Try and get one of the Seaboys on the podium.
Awesome. Now, I love the merch that you're wearing too. Yesterday you had some on. I hear that you're a close relative of one of the kings of Speedway.
Yeah, Josh Prentice, cousin, thank you. I'll claim that one. Yeah, back the boys from the North Island, thank you.
Yep. Apparently he's racing in Palmy tonight, but we'll give an update later. But listen, go join the team. Well done. We're going to cut off to some ads tonight. We've got some sidecars coming to you in a few moments.
So they'll probably be to the sidecar's liking as well, so that would have been probably a request by them, I would assume. We've got the 14 bike there of Rob and Harley Martin. They're going to be off grid position number 3, I would say. Yep. So off grid position number 1 is going to be the 17 bike of Brett Steer, Wade Thorne. Grid 2, the 13 of Clint Hanna and Brent Coleman. Grid 3, the 14 of Rob and Harley Martin, a Heat 1 race winner. And off grid position number 4 will be the 72 bike of Jono and Jace Kilburn. We are racing for heat number 2 of our High Reach Access Solutions sidecars here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. And it looks like the 72 bike of Jono and Jace Kilburn, unfortunately able to start, so we're already down to 3 by the first lap, and it's another wee ding-dong battle, I should say, between the 17 bike and the 14, the 14 of Rob and Harley Martin, and the 17 of Brett Steer and Wade Thorne as they start to make their way into 3 and 4 shop corner. But dicey as they start to go a wee bit wider, as the 17 bike just trying to edge a wee bit further away from the 14 of Rob and Harley Martin, but they're not going anywhere just yet as they start to make their way down the back straight. Only a couple of bike lengths in it at the moment as they head into 3 and 4 shop corner. The 14 of Rob Harley Martin using the inside, the 17 of Brett Steer Wade Thorne about middle of the track. So it'll be white flag, 1 more lap to go for our sidecars. They've slowly extended that lead as they start to make their way down the back straight. The 17 of Brett Steer Wade Thorne, but the 14 of Rob and Harley Martin, they're going to try something, but it's going to be to no avail. It's going to be a race win to the 17 bike of Brett Steer Wade Thorne, and second place will be the 14 bike of Rob and Harley Martin, and in third position will be the 13 bike of Clint Hanna and Brent Coleman. So it'll be all even going into the third race for our sidecars, and they'll have that one at about 10 or 15 minutes time, just before 6 o'clock, and then we'll start our main show. But we'll do that. We'll welcome in the Professor here. Professor, a good first night's racing last night. We're back and doing it all again. Pairing of Brett Steer and Wade Thorne. Yep, grid 2 will be the 14 of Rob and Harley Martin. Grid 3 will be the 13 of Clint Hanna and Brent Coleman. And off grid position number 4 will be the 72 of Jono Kilburn and Jace Kilburn, as we are racing for heat number 3 for our High Reach Access Solutions sidecars here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. And the 17 and the 14 bike are doing battle yet again as they make their way into corners 3 and 4 shop corner. They are side by side, and the early pass down the inside, it looks like, by the 14 bike of Rob and Harley Martin. But it's the 17 of Brett Steer and Wade Thorne going high and wide, and they're going right around the outside, neck and neck, as they start to head into 3 and 4 shop corner. Rob and Harley Martin start to swipe up a wee bit. So the 17 bike of Brett Steer, Wade Thorne, they're just going to try and switch the positions round. They couldn't do it as they enter 1 and 2 Bigsy's Hill. Down the back straight they go. They've extended that lead over the 17 bike of Brett Steer and Wade Thorne. This should be white flag. So 1 more lap to go for the 14 bike of Rob and Harley Martin. But it looks like the 17 of Brett Steer and Wade Thorne has come to a slowing pace at this stage. So it's going to be, unless there's going to be a mistake in these next 2 turns, it's going to be taken out the sidecars by the 14 pairing of Rob and Harley Martin. And second place will go to the 17 pairing of Brett Steer and Wade Thorne. And third, eventually, as they make their way around 3 and 4 shop corner, will be the 13 bike of Clint Hanna and Brent Coleman. And in fourth place will be the 72 bike of Jono Kilburn and Jace Kilburn. A good, exciting racing there by the 14 and the 17 bike of Rob and Harley Martin and Brent Steer and Wade Thorne for the first couple laps of those sidecars. Not too sure what was happening with the 17 bike. May have thought there was a problem with the bike, but a good race win. 2 out of 3 for the 14 bike of Rob and Harley Martin, keeping it all clean and green. And give them round of applause, race fans. They've done it tough this year, the sidecars. We've had to try and put them out before the meeting starts. Obviously, these ruts at the moment, they're not ideal, but we've just got to live with what we've got. And the sidecars, well, they want to get racing, so they've said, stuff it, we'll race before the meeting, and that's exactly what we've let them to do. So good on the 14 bike of Rob and Harley Martin, picking up the checkered flag and tonight's sidecar win. And we'll see, depending on that track conditions, how they go for the later part of the meeting.
Hi, welcome to X Factor Cars, Southland's multi-award-winning pre-owned dealership. Stockists of classic collectibles, V8s, family vehicles, trade vehicles, and everything in between. Thinking American or Aussie muscle, family vehicle or custom? Think X Factor Cars. And some good fast cars in this one. Watch the 81N, the 21N as well. The two quickies. The 97 of Ben McSweeney, of course, won the New Zealand Youth Championship at Oxford in May. Very, very accomplished young driver as well. So some quickies in this one. And this will set it up for the round robins. Of course, Ella Robertson in there, the 89W car, certainly coming to grips very quickly on this Nelson circuit. And don't overestimate the 22 GM of Cruz McCreath, fourth in the New Zealand Champs the other day, as we do go racing. And it will be the 97 of McSweeney that's going to lead them out from the 19 of Toby Walker, the 55 of Coxwood there as well. Sorry, Coxhead. And then we go back to 38 of Broker. The 81 of Ross starting to make his way through, as is the 21. And they've got a few spin-ups. And one right up the wall and back down again. It is the 961V. And it looks like he's got a broken front left-hand wheel. A few of them parked up. And that was a very chaotic first lap. Of course, they might go back to a complete restart. We'll wait and see. But yeah, there's a big wall ride by the 961 V from Wanganui.
He just looks a bit tacky out there, or very wet there on corners number 3 and 4, high and wide. Few of them slipping out. A big crash there between the 12 car of Cole Phillips and the 5 car of Mackenzie Keane. Just had nowhere to go, Mackenzie Keane in the 5 car, so just had to hit that one. And I think the 10 as well of Hoytis was involved as well. But it's a chaotic start to the mini stocks. They had a rollover last night, and we've had a caution after not even a lap.
Yeah, but of course it is Jordan McDonald from Wanganui. It's about to be pushed off the track. Another one parked up as the 8 car of Harlan Brunt's parked up, as is the 5 of Mackenzie Keane. And it looks like they've re-gridded them, ready to go. 10 of Hutos back up, ready to go. The 12 car finding his way, that is young Connor Phillips.
Lost 3 already. The 8 of Brunt, the 26 of McCartney, and as well the 961 of Jordan McDonald. So 3 gone already, as well as now Mackenzie Keane. So lost 4 already, and we haven't even been a lap.
A couple of gaps in this one. Rightio, the car's starting to rev up round 3 and 4 now. We're waiting for the green light. Racing now. And a good start once again from Toby Walker. He manages to hold the 97 car of McSweeney out. 55 of Coxhead tries to sneak underneath. Then we go back to Ella Robertson in the 89 car. Here comes the flying 21 Burson. 22 of Cruz McCreath sneaking up there. Cullum Rush not far away. They all managed to make it out of 3 and 4. So about to complete the first lap of the night for the youth mini stocks. And you can throw a blanket over them. A few of these guys probably do spend a few times with the blankets over each other. In the off time, of course, all good mates. There's a wee bit of a snap of the wool from the 21 as Cullum Rush says, mate, I'm coming through. Hold me out. See what happens. Couple of seconds. 2 firsts for 21 machine. 2 seconds for the 81 machine. As they try and sort out McSweeney, having a big battle trying to hold on as Coxhead goes through to the race lead from Stratford. The rollover last night, but leading this one. Here comes Burson down the inside, takes the pole line, and he gets stuck underneath from McSweeney. So the MYP junior number 1, 21N of Jack Burson, in behind the Oxford Youth Ministock champion of McSweeney. Here comes Cullum Rush to have a bit of a play as well. Cruz McCreath snuck up. Ella Robertson still not far away. Toby Walker going wide, slaps the wall out of 3 and 4. Straightens it back up again, shakes the hat and carries back on. But you got him going almost over the pole line, the 21 of Burson, trying to get underneath Coxhead as McSweeney assumes the race lead on lap number 4. And Coxhead's going to try and sneak underneath the 21 of Burson. Burson just holds him out. A wee bit of contact going. They straighten each other out. And Russ choosing the outside line as we've got Cruz McCree sneaking underneath the 81 machine. Of course, Cruz 4NZ at Oxford in the latter part of May earlier in the year. Alan Robertson still not far away as well. As you go back, the 18 of young Luke Higgins, not making much headway, had a good run last night. Might like the track a little bit ruttier than what it is at the moment, but still on good points as they head round 3 and 4 once again. But it is McSweeney leading them out from Burson. Then we go back to the 12 car of young Cole Phillips, sorry, it is Cole, not Connor the older brother. Young Cole from Hamner. And it's good to see the 12 car. He's on good points as well. Holding third position, he's got Coxhead, Russ, who just does a bit of a slide job. Cruz McCree just tries to sneak through. So there's certainly a bit of bumper robbing as we go through. Certainly everyone trying to hold their race line and not going to give an inch. But it is McSweeney on lap 8. Will come round for the white flag. We've got Burson about 6 car lengths behind them. Burson's got 6 car lengths on Cole Phillips from Coxhead. The rest of them coming through. Young Aaron Marshall in the 78 machine having a bit of a squeeze job on the 89 of Robertson. Robertson now having a battle with Hutos as the race winner will be the 97 of McSweeney from the 21 of Burson, the 12 of Cole Phillips. It will be the 55 of Coxhead, the 81 of Russ, the 22 of McCree, the 78 of Marshall, 10 of Hutos, the 18 of Higgins, the 89 of Robertson, the 38 of Broker, the 19 of Walker, and the 72 car of Brooks. They are the ones that have completed this race. 4 DNFs parked on the infield after a hectic opening lap. They had to have a restart, but that is youth mini stocks, and it's good to see them back out on the track. And in fact, Campbell McManaway, the famous 492N now of Cando Fishing. And of course, if you haven't seen his program, the Spiny Gold Hunters, I think it's on Bravo. No, what's the one? Channel 23, late on a Sunday night. I think it's on a Thursday night as well. Have a wee look. Of course, it's great watching. That's his crew chief on there.
Anderton Decorators are a long-established Canterbury company covering the whole of the South Island who love to support their local community. If you require expert advice from design to application, then Shane has the expert team to ensure your next project is hassle-free with a professional finish. Floor to ceilings, walls to roof, inside, outside, commercial or residential. Let our team take the hassle out of your decorating. Give us a call now on 027 Painting. That's 027 724 6846. Anderton Decorators, we have you covered.
Former New Zealand champion, the 66A of Randy T, the 89W of Dale Robinson, the 32 of young Perry, the 144G of Tim Ross, the 7 of Ian Clayworth, the 46 of Ethan Levine, the 19 of Adam Hall, the 23, that's the other Mary, and Jake. 98, good to see Matt Inwood back out on the track, the 599 of Ron Totley. One of the best smiles you'll ever see on a speedway track. The 991 of Harley Robb, the defending champion. The 913 of Cam Godfrey. That is your field for this round of the Superstocks. Full line-up, the 85 of Tom Cooper out there. The 133 of Tyler Walker. Watch this thing, brand new race car. He's only had one race in it previous to turning up in Nelson. Picked up a good race win yesterday. So watch what's on the 88 of Chris Backus out there, the 86 of Brooks as well. So some very quick machines up here. Former World 240s champion in the 5W of Keegan Levine. One of the Wellington Wildcats blockers in the former 46. That car's had some hits over its life. As they're lined up, ready to go. Revs are going.
We're on time. Brett Nichols off the front row for heat number 1 of the Superstock Stampede. Night 2 here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. And they're going about 4 or 5 wide, all into corners number 1 and 2. Looks like the 91 car of Happy Paul and the 89 of Dale Robinson are the biggest victims out of that one as they start to make their way through 3 and 4. Lloyd Jennings there gets sideways and he's up, and he's almost over the car. It looks like Matt Inwood there and Ian Clayworth have parked it up. But we're going to bring on the red light for corner number 3 and 4. Lloyd Jennings very, very lucky not to go fully over there. I don't know how he didn't, but Ian Clayworth involved as well. Same with the 98 car of Matty Inwood. But chaotic starts already. They can't even get through a lap without smashing each other, these Superstocks.
Mate, when you've got them that bunched up tightly, of course, it only takes one wee error and everything goes wrong. 25 of Lloyd Jennings, one of the most underrated drivers that you'll ever see out of the Christchurch club. The guy's done the mahi over a great number of years. He may not be the superstar that Harley Robb or Malcolm Narai get these days, but by cripes, if you want someone to be your backup, Lloyd Jennings is your man. He's a very accomplished driver. He's picked up a few trophies. He looks like he's got a front left-hand flat tyre as well. Heading back out something, no, just making position. So it sounds like they're revving up, ready to go.
We are back and racing, and it looks like Brett Nichols got the best start, but he's just a bit slow heading to the second gear, it looks like. So it looks like Keegan Levine has just edged him out at the moment. They're trying to just deal with the 98 car of Matty Inwood down the back straight. Levine still leading it from Nichols. Then we go through the field. It's Tarrant, Robb, Godfrey, Kramer. Yeah, I think it's Harley or Tom Cooper, then Ty. Then will be the 144 of Ross from the 19 of Hall. As they start to make their way down the back straight, Brett Nichols trying to edge up closer and closer to the 5 car of Keegan Levine as they make their way through 3 and 4 Pixie's Hill. Looks like the 913 car of Cam Godfrey got a wee bit too wide there. Coming off corner number 4, he's going to lose a couple of positions to the 991 car of Harley Robin as well, the 32 car of Kramer, but he gets the 32 car of Kramer back and he just rams his teammate there, the 991 car of Harley Robb, as it looks like the 7 car of Ian Clayworth spun up there yet again on the exit of corner number 4, so he's just going to try and find a way to probably reverse it out and then accelerate, so he'll still be a couple more laps down. It looks like Harley Robb tries to put the 913 car of Cam Godfrey up the wall. For the two friendships, they're not absolutely playing, they're playing with each other already, and Godfrey's the first victim of it, spins him out, only loses about not even a position really, because the 98 car of Matt Inwood's a lap down, but back up the front, it is still the 5 car of Keegan Levine who only leads this one by a couple of car lengths over the 48 car of Brett Nichols. Randy Tarrant still in second, and it looks like we've got a red light, and it's going to be for that 88 car of Chris Baxter, all the way on the exit of corner number 2.
Mate, they're certainly starting to warm up these bumpers out there. Looking at Dale Robertson pushing through, trying to get that extra track position. Cam Godfrey, well, he got the big spin round, but boy, cripes, he only lost one place as he stuck around there. Beautiful 360 and just kept on going. But this Chris Baxter looks like it's a right rear tyre for Chris Baxter. The other car in there is the 144 of Tim Ross is parked up. Not quite sure what's happened to the new Reese machine of his, which there is a couple of new Reese machines out there. And just having a wee look, where's the 66A of Randy Tarrant from the Hawke's Bay. He's loving this weather. Good to see him down here. Of course, Speedo Tarrant will be watching from home. Didn't make the journey down here. I had a couple of pet lambs for him. He'll be chuckling away at the moment because we had a bit of a story about that earlier on. His snapper is still sitting in the ocean as well, so we'll catch up with Beale at some stage over a couple of quiets.
We've lost the 599 car, Ron Ty. Looks like he's got a left front tyre. So we're going back racing. We've got 4 more laps to go. And 4 more laps to go. So we're done 8 out of 12 so far. As they start to make their way down the back straight, Levine still leads it. He's just slightly extending that lead over the 48 car of Brett Nichols, who's got to watch out because here comes the former 1NZ car, the 66 of Randy Tarrant, right up his rear end as he starts to make his way into a 1 and 2 shot corner. Down the back straight they go. Only a car length in it between the two at the moment, between Nichols and the 66 of Tarrant. There's going to be a white flag. Well, no, the next lap will be white flag for the 5 car of Levine. Nichols still in second, Tarrant will be in third, Kramer is up in the 4th position, Tom Cooper from grid position 19's up in the 5th position already, so Cooper's trucking along at the moment. White flag for the 5 car of the Hutt Holiday Family Homes of Keegan Levine as he starts to make his way down the back straight. He's almost about to lap the 95 car of Alex Hill, but he'd come out of 3 and 4 Pixie's Hill. Keegan Levine's going to take heat 1 of night 2 of the PTS Superstock Stampede, and second place will be the 48 car of Brett Nichols. Third will be the 66 of Randy Tarrant, and third will be the 32, or fourth will be the 32 of Phil Kramer, then the 991 car of Harley Robb, and sixth will be the 85 of Tom Cooper, then the 89 of Robertson, the 133 of Walker, the 32 of Berry, and then the 46 car of Ethan Levine. But straight from the get-go, Tom Cooper, grid position 19, and he finishes in 6th position already, so he's your hard charger at this point. Same with Tyler Walker, started off grid position 20 and finished in 8th position. So a few of these guys making early inroads at the moment for night 2 of the PTS Logistics Superstock Stampede here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway.
Yeah, flat left tyre for the 599 car of Ron Ty. Also just heard through that the noise meter was picked up with the 599 car as well. But it is the 5W of Keegan Levine. Put your hands together, folks. All the way from Wellington, former World 240 champion, and doing the business here. Right young talent. Partner Lexi races the stock car out of Wellington. Will be up at the 240s with the ladies stock cars as well.
The St. Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Cando Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the Kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Cando Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-boned fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Cando Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Cando Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
As we look forward to these Streetstock triples. Yeah, she's got plenty of bullets lined up here. We're loaded and ready and locked and to go. Rightio, Gabe's ready at the handle.
As we're ready to go, as we are racing, and it's Levi Van Lyshout and Matt Watson in the 15 car off the front row as they head into 1 and 2 Pixie's Hill, and Van Lyshout and the 116 car of Bateman being spun up, as well as the 97 car of Soper, as well as the 8D car of Craig Blackler. So a couple of cars there getting spun out early on, but that's street stock racing at its best. Oh, another wee spin up there on 3 and 4. Atkinson involved, as well as the 9 car of Ryan Musgrove. And it looks like the 187 car as well of Lachlan McLean. Oh, 118's got a flat tyre, so Alan Finch is out already, so we've got 1 down. No surprise there for our streeties, as the 15 car of Matty Watson leads it as he just passes me just before in the control tower. Looks like the 29 car of Mike Jones has also got a wee problem there on 1 and 2 Pixie's Hill, as he's probably just going to try and limp his round as much as he can. The 15 car of Matt Watson is your race leader at the moment. Looks like from the 62 car of Mick Sherry, then the 59 of Smale, from the 121 car of the 121 car. But as they make their way down the back straight into 3 and 4, Matt Watson still your race leader from McSherry, Smale, Finch, McCarrison, Leslie, Baldwin, Jenkins. As we've got a red light, it will be for that 29 car of Mike Jones. He's probably got some steering issue or potentially a left front flat tyre, or left front flat tyre, so obviously that'll be closest to the wall. So here we go. It looks like we're all ready to go. Again, Matt Watson in the 15 car. We are racing yet again. So they are the race leader. In second place, the 62 car of Mick Sherry. Mick Sherry's only a couple of car lengths behind the 15 of Matt Watson. From the 59 of Benji Smale. Smale right behind the 62 car of Dave McSherry. And the 15 of Watson still your race leader from Smale. McSherry. Looks like the 55 car of Greg Taylor's been spun up there. McCarrison will make it easily past him. So Greg Taylor He was doing part of the biff last night. He's not doing it anymore. He's going to be the victim tonight, and he'll just get out of the way of the 1NZ car of Daryl Hoon Richards. So with 6 laps gone out of 12 already, halfway through this one for heat number 1 of the Richmond Exhaust and Radiator Specialist Streetstock Triple Crown here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. Matt Watson still your race leader. Dave McSherry, he's just trying to get through a couple of lap traffic cars. Same with the 15 car of Watson up the front. Smale still in third. Looks like Leslie's in 4th position right behind the 59 car of Benji Smale. Smale using that high line. Paul Leslie around the inside. The inside line's going to win this one. So Leslie's going to move up into 3rd position. Smale's going to creep back to 4th. McCarrison's going to hold on to 5th position. So 8 laps gone out of 12. 15 car of Matty Watson still your race leader at this point. He looks like he's been taken out there. He has. So it looks like the 62 car of McSherry's going to be your new race leader. That's what happens in street stocks. You start to dice around with those lap cars. They tend to try and take you out. And it looks like this might have been the case for the 15 car of Matty Watson. So McSherry leads this one with a couple more laps to go. Fastest lap for him, a 17.3. The rest of them are pretty much in the 17.6, 17.7s at the moment. So the 62 of McSherry trucking dirt early on here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. Harry Moffat-Schwass gets a nice wee spin around there on the exit of corner number 1 and 2. But McSherry, he's got one more lap to hold them off. As he comes out of 1 and 2, Biggsy Hill down the back straight into 3 and 4. Just going to try and stay behind the 97 car of Stephen Soper, but the 62 car of Dave McSherry is going to pick up heat 1 for the Richmond Exhaust and Radiator Specialist Streetstock Triple Crown on night 2 here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. 2nd place will be the 27 car of Paul Leslie. 3rd will be the 59 car of Benji Smale. 4th will be the 11 of Cody McCarrison and 5th, the 345 of Ben Jenkins, then the 9 of Musgrove, the 99 of Baldwin, the 15 of Watson, the 475 of Adams, and the 1NZ car of Richards. But a good race win there for the 62 car of Davey McSherry.
Stow it, dig it, lift it, mow it, trim it, grind it, chip it. We hire it. Mix it, pour it, smooth it, finish it, saw it, plane it, nail it, polish it. 0800 24/7 rent. We hire it. 0800 24/7 rent. We hire it.
These guys all destined to have 1NZ. So looks the likes of Asher Rees, Ethan Rees, Randy Tarrant, all out of youth mini stocks. One of these guys here could be a future New Zealand champion. And I'll put some good money possibly on a 21. Hopefully his dad might have some luck to get the 1NZ. He's had the little numbers. He reckons Dunedin was his year. Of course, he's going to wait another 12 months for that. Rumour is he's going to put the boots up. As he gets a good start, young Jack Burson, he's going to sneak on the inside of the 41, Blake Hearn. As they fire around turns 1 and 2, Blake tries to come down, but the gap's already gone. The horse is bolted. And Jack leads out from the 41 of Hearn, the 95 of Pritchard up there, the 89 of Alan Robertson. We got Cole Phillips floating around in about 5th spot, the 71 of Brooks coming low. Caleb Coxhead through there as well. Looking for the 81 of Ross to make his way up through the grids as well, as they slide on a much easier track. A bit more user-friendly for our mini stocks tonight. And they don't have to worry about too many bumps and jumps, although Turn 4 starting to chop up just a little bit. But nowhere near as bad as last night. We had a one-off track last night. We haven't seen that here at Nelson for a number of years. But the guys working feverishly to get that right. But it is Jack Burson, the 21 Ministock Paradise junior winner from there last year. And we'll head back up to play with the big boys in the big grade this year in February. Blake Hearn, another one that's ventured up that way as well in the 41 car. Multiple club champion down here. And we'll sneak into 2nd place, Pritchard, Anthony Pritchard from Wellington. Coming down here to do the Ministock Mania once again. We go back to the 71 of Amber Brooks, holding 4th place from the 56 of Trent James. 12 car of Cole Phillips here. Clock set there. Here comes the 81 of Russ going high and wide, just coming right out of turn 2. Full throttle. And Ella Robertson, the 89 car, just slipping back a couple of spots. Young Jackson Hootos sneaking in front. Here comes the young Jacob Skur trying to make his way up the field as well. Had a bit of an indifferent racing yesterday. Had a couple of good laps, but just couldn't put 5 or 6, 7 or 8 together. 3s and 4s won't do it at the moment. A bit like Bathurst, it's always good for going 5.5 hours, but if you can't go 5 3/4, it's not good. Just ask SVG last weekend, 7 laps. And missed the podium. Degradation of the tyre, and degradation of tyres, something the Burson family's been known for over a number of years. For old Ian's been chopped with flat tyres in many of the New Zealand championships. 7-time South Island Super Saloon champion, hopefully going for 8th this year in Nelson, but that's going to be 12 months in waiting as his son Jack spreads away with the race lead, lap number 8, so the white flag out next time round for the 21 machine. Blake Hearn comfortably in second place from the 95 of Pritchard. Then we go back to the 56 of James. The 81 all the way from the backs up to about 6 spotters. Callum Ross. He's just got Amber Brooks in front of him. The 12 car of Cole Phillips there as well. As the white flag is out, a couple of back markers. Lila Jeffcoat and the 88 of Conley Webley, 2 of our newer drivers, about to have the race leader come upon them down to 3 and 4. And young Burson makes it nice and easy, stays the low line, picks up the checkered flag from young Blake Hearn. Here we go back to Pritchard, 56 of James. The 71 of Brooks holds on from Russ, from Phillips, 47 of Houghton, the 8 of Brunt, 10 of Houtos, the 79 of Skur, the 89 of Robertson, the 81 of Marshall. Looks like he's got a front left tyre flat. 28 of Lila Jeffcoat, and of course the 88 of Connolly Webley. That is our event number 6, I think, for our youth mini stocks. It will be number 6. Done and dusted. And it will be historic stock cars making.
Kia ora team, Kelly here from First Space Recruitment. Here I just want to do a plug or a shout out to Sign Solutions. They've done this board for us here at First Space. They've also done some cars for us. They've done fantastic work. Communication is great. Highly recommend them. So Sign Solutions, head on down and see them today.
Hey guys, so I'm pitside down here with Keegan Levine. Keegan, that was an awesome win. You're a man on a mission tonight.
Yeah, pretty happy, started grid 3, so had a pretty average night last night, wasn't happy, so I had to put the foot down tonight, and when you're off, grid 3, you got to make the most of it, so pretty happy. Just happy it's not a motocross track out there, and that track suits me, so yeah.
It's like day and night from what we were on racing on last night though, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, and got Keith, he's a slick track Keith we call him, and he'll set the car up for the slick track. It's my kind of track, so I'm looking forward to it.
Now, from a spectator's point of view, we had zero visibility. How's the visibility on the track?
Yeah, not very good. I was at the front and still struggled to see, so you got to be pretty careful out there. There's going to be some good crashes if people don't watch out where they're going. So it's the same for everyone, and we'll just make the most of it.
And did you and Ethan come away okay, clean, no damage?
I'm fine. I think Ethan managed to clean out a parked car, and he's done some damage to the corner of his bumper and all that. But I don't know. He'll live, and he'll be out there for the next one.
Brotherly love, eh? Hey, we'll let you get back to it. We've got cars coming up on the track. Thanks so much, and good luck for the rest of the night.
Sweet as, thank you.
It is North versus Palmy versus South. Lining 3 wide as we're about to go racing, Gabe, ready to go.
As we are racing, so it'll be the 22 car of Ken Nell who's going to lead them into corner number 1 and 2, but it's going to be that 6P of Charlie Harper who's going to get the best start out of them all as he makes his way into 3 and 4. Bigsy's Hill, Nell still in second place from the 49 of Keith Turner, then the 41 of Dave Bartholomew for the COVID Crushers team, as the 49 of Keith Turner for the COVID Crushers. Well, he's kind of gone into quarantine now because he's just been hit with COVID, it looks like. Been spun out there on the corner, or just spins himself out there on corner number 1 and 2, but he'll rejoin the race field. Not at the back of the pack, but just considerably off the pace at the moment as Dave Bartholomew and the 41 car sneaking down the inside of the 22 of Ken Nell. So Bartholomew will move into second place. Nell still in third. He's got to watch out for that wall. He's definitely reminiscing about the old days. He might have been trying to race maybe a super saloon or a sprint car or something or other, because he's trying to put that right rear right up against that wall, trying to get as much traction as he can out of it. As it looks like the 15 car now of Malcolm Clausen trying to come through the field. He'll start to look to go down the inside of the 22 of Nell as Nell goes wide. He tries to turn that thing as hard right as he can. A bit of contact between him and the 9 car of Brian England. Completely accidental. You could see Nell, he was just trying to get off the wall, and unfortunately England was just there just to guide him or keep him on the track at the moment. 6 car of Harper still leads it from the 41 of Bartholomew, then the 15 of Clausen, then the 6 car of Evans. Then it'll be the 9 of England from the 22 of Nell. That's your top 6 at the moment. Then the 66 car of Pete Anglesey for the Nelson team. Then the 32 of Daryl Peterson to the Nelson team. And about 4th or 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment. But this Palmerston North team are 1, 3, 4. And the other Palmerston North car, I'm not quite sure where they are at the moment on the track. We'll find out soon. I know they're on the infield. That's why the 1 car of Brett Goulding's on the infield. That's why I couldn't see them. They've only got 3 running at this stage. But still the race leader, still that 6 car of Charlie Harper. He's starting to lap a few cars going around the outside of a couple of COVID crushers there. The 19 car of Vicky Lutheris and now the 49 of Keith Turner down the back straight. Beautiful passing by him. Those ruts slowly starting to appear, not as bad as the professor said last night, but they're starting to get a bit worse, or starting to show up like they did last night as Vicky Lutheris comes back onto the track. It looks like it's white flag, so next lap will be the checkered flag for the 6th car of Charlie Harper as he comes by me in the control tower. He'll pick up the race win, so Harper's going to take the race win from the 41 of Bartholomew, then the 15 car of Malcolm Clausen, then the 6 of Dave Evans, then the 9 of Brian England, the 22 of Ken Nell, then it'll be the 66 of Pete Anglesey, then the 32 car of Daryl Peterson, then it'll be the 49 of Keith Turner, and the 19 car of Vicky Lutheris, and the 99 car of Darren Goulding will be at the back of the field. But good to see our historic stock cars out here, brought to us by the team at Donaldson Civil.
It's action for the whole family. With 23 tracks around New Zealand, there is no better way to spend your weekends than at a Speedway New Zealand track.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
There's something for the whole family. Sprint cars, saloons, stock cars, sidecars, midgets, and much, much more. Pack up the family and make a trip to adrenaline-filled, action-packed bashes and crashes that only Speedway can deliver. Visit www.speedway.co.nz to find out the track nearest to you. Speedway, it's our summer thing.
151 with a C, but will he protect the P, one of his mates in Royden and Stanley? What will happen? We don't know. Could be as many twists and dramas as what there is as Shortland Street is about to go racing.
As we are racing here for heat number 1 for our Waimea Print Open Club Champs for our stock cars. And there's the 151 car of Wade Sweeting who gets out to the best start. Look at the 82 car though of Royden Win Stanley straight up there into second place. He's got to watch out though for the 31 car of Dylan Clark, gives him a wee push there as they go through 3 and 4 Bixby Silver. Looks like for now the 82 of Royden Win Stanley has cleared the 31 of Clark, but he might come into a bit of trouble now as they exit corner number 2. As they move into 3 and 4 Bixby's Hill, Clark's down the inside, the 82 of Win Stanley's on the outside. It looks like Clark's now going to slide up into second place. So Clark's in second, Win Stanley in third. And then it'll be the 15 car of James Thine all the way from Christchurch there, as looks like the 71 car of Riley Ethorn has pulled to the infield. So Win Stanley there losing a couple positions, now moving back to 4th. It looks like Dumlow's up into 5th position from the 317 of James Holton. Then the 4 car of Lennon, the 69 of Kane McDonald from the 67 of Max Baker. And then the 2-1-4 of Matt Lee. That's your top 10 at the moment. Up the front though, Wade Sweeting, when he usually starts to get into a bit of clean air here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway, is pretty hard to catch up to, as the other cars are finding it very hard at the moment. Looks like the 31 car of Dylan Clark, the 15 of Thane, and the 82 car of Royd and Stanley going a wee bit wide there on the exit of corner 3 and 4, but when Stanley gets good drive out of corners number 2, right behind the 15 car of Thine, as they go into 3 and 4 Pixies Hill, right behind the 15 car is Royd and Stanley. As it looks like the 151 car of Wade Sweeting just trying to get through a wee bit of lap traffic at the moment. The 59 of Zach Baker and the 33 car of Kynan Robinson gets through them pretty easily. As Baker there, a wee bit of contact there on one of our newer drivers, the 33 car Robinson, but it was pretty light contact, so nothing too major from it. Baker will just join the rest of the field when he can. Up the front still, Wade Sweeting though leads this race by pretty much 3/4 of the front straight at the moment, over the 31 car of Dylan Clark, 82 of Royd and Stanley in third position from Thane, but Thane will get that third position back as they make their way down the back straight into 3 and 4 Pixies Hill. When Stanley gives them a wee bit of a shove there as they go through 3 and 4 down the front straight. They've got 2 more laps to go, so 10 laps out of 12 gone. Next lap will be white flag for the 151 car Wade Sweeting. No, I think I've jumped another lap, so he's got 1 more to go. Then it'll be white flag for the 151 car of Wade Sweeting, as a 31 car of Clark just trying to deal with it. The 214 car of Lee, as the 82 car Royd and Stanley's having a wee bit of a play there with the 15 car of James Thine. As they go through 3 and 4 Pixies Hill, starting to hit a few of those ruts there in 3 and 4 was the 82 car of Royd and Stanley, but it's white flag this time by now for Wade Sweeting, and the 151 car is just going to make his way through 3 and 4 Pixies Hill, all clean and calm. He'll take the race win for the Waimea Print Open Club Champs for our stock cars. Dylan Clark in the 31 will finish in third position, and second, and third will be the 15 car of James Thine. Then the 82 of Royd and Stanley from the 4 car of Braden Lennon. Kane McDonald in the 69 car will finish in 6th position from the 317 of Huggies Holtham. Then the 83 of Dumlow, the 67 of Baker, and then rounding out your top 10 will be the 214 car of Matt Lee from Christchurch. But when that 151 car of Wade Sweeting gets out in front, Professor, he's pretty hard to stop.
It is very hard to stop, and it's just having a look here. The 317 of Jay Huggies Holder, of course, finished 5th in New Zealand title a couple of occasions, one up in Bay Park as well. Good to see the bearded one up here.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe dig methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV of your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
It doesn't matter what you do in these races though, it all comes down to that final race, but you do need to try and get probably in that about top 10 region to have a real go at this one.
Yeah, we've got the shootout, but you never know if there's a blocker, likes of Harley Robb, but if he says, well, I'm not going to win it, I am going to decide who is, and of course he did that down in Christchurch last weekend. He was one of the catalysts behind what happened with Ben Smith over in Greymouth a couple of seasons ago. Him and the South Islanders stuck together and managed to get Ben Smith across the start-finish line. A cell phone's been handed in the main gate, folks, so if you've lost your cell phone, head to the main gate. Security will have that for you. But as I said, Ben Smith certainly had the togetherness of the South Islanders to put him through and win the New Zealand Stock Car title at Greymouth, the very first time that a South Islander's been on the podium. The biggest finish is actually Pete Ross, who's here, aka Poopier, who finished 4th in Wellington many seasons ago, was the best result for a South Islander. But it was great to see that Ben Smith, of course, sporting at 1NZ for a season. Yeah, Superstock rep Josh Snell looking on from upstairs. I'm afraid to give him a microphone. Not that he won't be very poetic and very justified in what he says, because he's a pretty good thinker, very good strategist. But he'd probably give me a heap of rubbish about me truck and how I drive it.
So it looks like we've lost one already, and that'll be the 19 car of Adam Hall, so he's missing off grid position 8.
Yeah,
So-
he ran into trouble at the final lap of the last heat, so we may have some issues with that. About to go racing. Over to you, Gabe.
We've got Baxter and Brooks off the front row. Heat number 2 for night 2 of our PTS Superstock Stampede at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. And we are racing straight into corners number 1 and 2. And the best start goes to the 86 car of Shane Brooks, but here comes the hard charging North Islanders and the rest of the field piling in to 3 and 4. Tyler Walker there gets a cop 1 there from Matt Inwood. Same with the 23 of Berry, who spins about, does about 2 180s there, or 360 degree turns there. As Berry in the 23 car, it looks like he's going to park it up there. The 91 car of Hippie Paul was involved as well. But back up the front, the 85 car of Tom Cooper is your race leader from the 991 car of Harley Robb, then the 89 of Robertson from the 133 of Walker, then the 144 of Ross as we go Reg. And it will be for the 23 car of Berry. So just make sure that Berry is okay in that one. He took a big hard hit. There was a couple of 360s involved with that one. So we'll just make sure that he's okay. We'll make sure he's pushed in, and we'll try and get that crash crew involved him, because he took a nasty, nasty hit in that one.
Yep, no, he certainly was pinball country there, and yeah, just knocked around. I thought he was going to go over, just slightly out of the way of the tower over the start-finish line. Brooksy's parked up on the infield as well. But yeah, certainly the 91 of Heavy Paul facing towards the infield at the moment on turn 3 and 4, but he's going to be almost a lap down as our race leaders just heading into turn 3. Tom Cooper leading from Harley Robb. Then we go back to Dale Robertson. The 133 of Tyler. 133, yeah, there's 913. I think it's got problems as well. As they just wander over there. So she's, hard and fast, Randy Tarrant over there. Good to see Tim Ross back out in the 133 of Tyler Walker. All parked up his brand new Reese machine. And of course, Tyler, I think, raced for Christchurch, or teams raced for Christchurch a couple of times. Of course, Tim racing for Gisborne, part of the Gisborne team. And the 913, there we go. Cam Godfrey, he's had a good race meeting so far, but something's quite gone wrong with the car. Young Ethan Levine in the 46 machine. Gee, he's lost a fair bit of weight. He's only looking half the man he used to be. He's still got his Mexican moustache. Got a couple of the old blonde bits in the top of the hair, but by cripes, he knows how to pedal a race car. He knows how to block as well. We're back to going racing.
And it's Tom Cooper out the front, so yeah, looks like they did try and get rid of the 913 car of Godfrey, and they have, so we've lost another one here, but out the front, after 3 laps out of 12 gone, so we've got 9 laps to go. It is the 85 of Tom Cooper who leads it, but here comes the reigning, defending PTS Superstock Stampede champion is the 991 car of Harley Robb, making his way down the inside on Cooper. So Harley Robb's your new race leader from Cooper, Robertson. Then it'll be Walker, Ross, Tarrant, Hill, Kramer, Levine, and then Nichols rounding out your top 11 at this point. As the 991 car of Harley Robb slowly trying to get away from the 85 of Tom Cooper. He's put about a car length or more on the 85 of Cooper. Now he starts to head down the back straight. Just got to get by the 91 car of Hippie Paul as he makes his way into 3 and 4. Hippie Paul hits that big rut there midway through 3 and 4. He'll get out of the way though for the 991 car of Harley Robb to get through. There comes the 89 car of Dale Robertson down the inside of the 85 of Cooper. So Robinson's moved up to second, Cooper's moved back to third, and here comes the 133 car of Tyler Walker. So Walker will try and use that bumper on the 85 of Cooper, hits him slightly but doesn't really put him off track until corners number 1 and 2. So Walker now will move up into third position. Robb still leading it from Robertson, Walker, Cooper, then Tarrant. That's your top 5 at the moment. Then it'll go Ross, Hill, Nichols, Levine. That's your top 10. All pretty much pillar to post at the moment. As Harley Robb, he's extending that league ever so slightly over the 89 car of Dale Robertson. He's just taking it nice and smooth through 3 and 4 at the moment, going a bit harder in 1 and 2. As they go into 1 and 2, Robertson still in second from Walker, Cooper, and then Tarrant still your top 5. So no real change in the running order at the moment as Alex Hill looks like he's dropping off a fair bit of pace as Keegan Levine and the 5 car passes him down the inside. And he'll start to be attacked now by brother Ethan now as they start to make their way down into 1 and 2. As the 991 car of Harley Robb It looks like it'll be white flag this time by it is, so one more lap to go for the reigning, defending PTS Superstock Stampede champion and Harley Robb racing out of Woodford Glen Speedway. He's on the back of the 88 car of Chris Baxter as they make their way through 3 and 4. Out of 4, Harley Robb will take the heat number 2 win on night 2 of the PTS Superstock Stampede here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. And second will be the 133 car of Tyler Walker. Third, the 89 of Dale Robertson from the 85 of Tom Cooper. Then the 66 of Tarrant from the 144 of Tim Ross, the 5 car of Keegan Levine. Then the 48 of Brett Nichols, the 46 of Ethan Levine. And then rounding out your top 10, it'll be the 32 car of Phil Kramer. He's got a lot of good points here tonight. Phil Kramer, a 4th and a 10th. Cooper's had a 4th and about a 6th at the moment, so he'll be looking high up there on the points. Same with the 991 car of Harley Robb, but good racing there by our Superstocks.
Yeah, mate, there's some good results coming through for some of our local drivers. Certainly the pace was on. I think the poor old Spiderwebs in the 23 machine, poor old Spiders lost a few legs after that hit from young Berry. Hopefully he's all sorted out. Hopefully the 86 of Brooksy can get that car sorted out as well. We can tell you that the 599 of Wrong Tie is now on the trailer. They over noise problems yesterday. Speedway New Zealand have put the old hammer down on the rules and said, mate, if they blow over the night, they're not allowed to race. So obviously noise control, of course, we've had the resource consents here in Nelson, so just following what's happened. So refereeing decision is with Ron Ty that the car is on the trailer. I'm sure he'll work the exhaust system back out once he gets back north. Bit of a shame. Looks like the 23 car's got some rear end issues. Of course, it did look like a pinball machine at one stage there. Hopefully not too much damage, and they'll be able to get the car back out. Got a good crew of drivers here. As Harley Robb, quite familiar with those checkered flags in his hands, both here and around the South Island. Picked up a few good championships already this season. Best pairs in the stock cars here.
Technical Welding Services Hamilton are specialists in the transit concrete mixer industry. From chassis drop-off to a full working concrete mixing, the team will take care of the job from start to finish. Full engineering services and general sheet metal work can also be undertaken. Need a quote? Call 07 847 2031 or visit our website www.techweld.nz. Technical Welding Services Hamilton, we are the experts.
And of course that is Jordan McDonald after the big wall ride in his first heat. 26 back out there, 97 of McSweeney. Watch for him from the back as they go racing. Youth mini stocks, Cando Fishing, as it is side by side. No gap between the rails of the 41 machine and Cruz McCreath into the first turn. But it is Cruz McCreath that's managed to find his way out the front. The 71 of Brooks trying to get round the outside of the 41 machine. Luke Higgins just tucked in behind. Then we go back to the 56 of James as they fire through for the first lap. Down the back straight they go. Hearn back up in second place. Here comes the 95 of Pritchard coming through. The 79 of Skur making headway. And McSweeney all the way up to about 7th or 8th. Just goes right underneath the 79 of Skur and finds himself up towards the leading pack. The 47 of Tyler Horton down mid-pack along with the 38 of Deegan Broker. A few little wee bumps on the track as the surface cuts up just a fraction. But it is a good track at the moment for these leaders. And there's not much you can throw between them, just bumping the front and rear bumpers between the 22 and the 41 machine as they do slide jobs. And the 41 trying to open the gap up, trying to stick underneath. The 22 machine forces his way down, puts the 22 out wide. Higgins just looking for the gap. Doing the old sneaky as Cruz starts to run the high line. Hearn just trying to keep it straight. And Higgins seeks into second place. Here comes Pritchard. He'll be running the low line. He does the same job on the 22 machine as what Blake Hearn did. And seeks down the pole line. So poor old 22, Cruz McCreath's got to start coming down just half a car length lower, shutting the door because he's got the New Zealand Youth Ministock champion out of Oxford breathing down his tailgate as they head into turns 3 and 4 once again. Here comes the 56 of James. He wants to have a bit of a play as well. But it is Hearn holding off the 18 of Higgins. He's found a bit of form. Puts it on the outside as McCreath decides, well, if they're going to go down below me, I might as well try and do the same thing. Forces them through, goes wide, and McSweeney pounces on McCreath to shoot into third place. Hearn's lost the lead to the 18 of Higgins. So it is Luke Higgins on the mission in the 18 machine. Fired up. And leading this one after lap number 7 of 10. The rest of the field just coming through. It's still anybody's game at the moment as Hearn just does a bit of a slide job. Here comes McSweeney round the outside of Hearn. Hearn shuts the door. McSweeney puts the pressure on once again. Hearn just sticks there low. We're going to go caution. We've got the 71 machine of Brooks spun round in turn 4. So she'll pile them all back on for a final dash, 2-lap dash for this heat from the Cando Fishing. And it is the... Just having a wee look here. Is it the Kinner versus the Bluff Oysters? I think it is. As they go racing once again, and it is the 18 of Higgins leads them through, but Blake Hearn stuck on the inside. McSweeney's in third. He's trying to sneak under Higgins as Higgins gets slide wide. Pritchard gets a little bit loose, drops 2 or 3 places, finds his way back on the track, but he has dropped 3 positions as Hearn does the slide job. And they're coming round for lap 8, so they've gone back 1 lap, so it will be a 2-lap dash as the 3 wide into turns 1 and 2 with a 95 to 56. 47 coming onto the scene, doing the squeeze play on the 26 machine. But it is the 41 of Hearn on the last lap, under pressure from the New Zealand Youth Ministock champion out of Oxford, McSweeney. What's McSweeney going to do? Blake just goes low, just does the block job. Classic Harley Rob move, holds the line, picks up the win from the 97 McSweeney. Higgins right on cue in third place. Here we go back to Pritchard. It will be McCreath, Horton, Skur, James, McCartney, Walker, Brooks, Broker, McDonald, Jeffcoat, and it will be just the Amber Brooks in the 71C that did not finish that race, parked up in turn number 4. But some good battles. These guys are certainly fired up. And she's going to be, overall points are going to be pretty close. She's some good competition in this one. And of course, a lot of these drivers will be heading back to MIP up in the Rotorua in February. Then we'll see a few of the North Islanders heading back down to Christchurch and Oxford Speedway in May.
Harley Rob, great win, mate. That was a good, clean race. You had no traffic in front of you. All you had to do is put your foot down.
Yeah, no, we got a lucky break then. It's hard work. What do we got? 30 fast cars here, so it's good to get a break and come through with the win.
Yep. What do you think of the track? You liking it a bit better tonight?
I'm loving it. Slicker the better.
Hard and fast, right?
Yeah, that's it. All these other ones going up high, need to drop down low and follow in behind.
Hey, you come out pretty clean, no damage to your car?
No, nothing yet. No, we've still got a little bit of dramas in the engine department, but we're just dealing with them, and it's suiting us with that track slicking off, so we'll just keep pushing on.
So what's next for you, the top 10 shootout?
Yeah, I think we might have secured enough points to get into that, so we'll give that a good nudge and see how we can get up there, and then the big one-race final.
Okay, and just finally, Harley, really quick, do you want to give a shout-out to your sponsors?
Yeah, massive thanks to, obviously, Malcolm Megan at Suck It Up. He couldn't come up tonight. He's at his mate's birthday pissing up, so I've come flying the flag solo, and Litchfield Motors, everyone on this car, they all help out, our whole crew. My old man, my uncle spends hours in the shed, and a big shout-out to Liam Sky. He pussied out because of the weather. You're a sucker, mate, and we're up here. It's beautiful.
I don't know, mate. I'm sure I'm feeling the rain on me now.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
Good luck for the rest of the night. Go hard, Harley. Cheers, mate. Back to the racing for you guys.
As long as you're under the orange light situation. And New Zealand champion, the 1NZ of Darryl Hoon-Rich is right off the back here. He's going to see everyone when they go green. As they are in the starter's hands, wait for the lights to go out. And about to go racing.
As we are racing for heat number 2 for our Richmond Exhaust and Radiator Specialist Streetstock Triple Crown here at Milestone Oaks, top of the South Speedway. And the best start goes to the 27 car of Paul Leslie, just getting in front of the 187 car of Lachlan McLean there as they start to make their way into 3 and 4. Pigsy's Hill McLean there looked like he tried to straighten up and try to get the rear end of the 27 car of Leslie, but there's a massive pile up there on corners number 3 and 4. I think involved is the 8 car of Craig Blackler, a 15 car of Matty Watson, and as well the 29 car of Mike Jones as well. So a nice wee concertina there, and they'll go the red light because it looks like the 15 car of Ben Turner and the 97 of Aaron Trantner were going straight into there. So we'll pull the 8 car of Craig Blackler off. He was deemed the cause of the crash. Or potentially as well the 29 car of Mike Jones as well, but Blackler unable to get that thing restarted. So without even a lap gone, these Streeties, they're starting to use their bumpers again. Craig paired with the 3NZ car of Levi Van Lyshout and the 9N of Ryan Musgrove. Usually one of the top podium getters here at Milestones, top of the South Speedway, Ryan Musgrove this weekend. Unfortunately, it has not been his weekend so far. We'll try and get this 8 car of Craig Blackler off the track. Looks like Mike Jones will be all good to continue there in the 29C car. We'll slightly skid forward. Just make sure he can go. Looks like all the track officials are happy. Looks like it might be some rear suspension issues potentially. Might be a right rear tyre as well for the 8D car of Craig Blackler. So that'll hurt his points for his team. So Levi Van Lyshout and the 9 car of Ryan Musgrove got to do a bit more work now as we are back and racing. And Leslie still holds the lead as he makes his way through 1 and 2 shop corner. And second is still the 97 car of Stephen Soper from the 99 car of Daniel Baldwin in third position. Then the 345 of Ben Jenkins in the 15. It'll be the 3NZ car of Levi Van Lyshout. That's the order at the moment. It looks like the 97 car is actually a lap down. There's a bit of smoke coming there from the 29 car of Mike Jones. So the barbecue's cooking already for his car. At the moment, he'll be aware of it, but he'll keep going, these Streeties. They'll just keep going until they can't go no more, and he'll go to the red light, so that it will be for the 29 car of Mike Jones, I would say. Unless there might be some debris on the track.
Yeah, having a rough time with it tonight is the 29 car of Mike Jones.
It'll be for the 475 car of Braden Adams, one of our heat race winners last night.
Oh, yep. Flat tyre on the outside tyre, of course, now with all the contact grades, and of course it was with Super Saloon grades, is that outside tyres mean you've got to retire. Dangerous for trying to flick clay into the crowd, etc. Safety issues. Unfortunately, with contact grades, it's a DNF and no points. With the Super Saloons and that, you still get points for retirements.
And we're back and racing here, so Leslie still holds the lead over the 345 car of Jenkins, then the 99 of Baldwin in third position. In the 187 car of McLean, then Levi Van Lyshout there in 5th position. That's your top 5 at the moment. As Jones still smoking the barbecue there on corners number 3 and 4 at the moment, just hanging as far to the wall as he can. Just trying to stay away from all the other competitors at this stage. All pretty tame at the moment, not a lot of contact happening, just a couple of bumper rubs there. It looks like the 62 car of Dave McSherry and the 3NZ of Levi Van Lyshout there battling it on there for 5th and 6th position at the moment. They're starting to make their way down the back straight now. Still the race leader, the 27 car of Paul Leslie from the 345 of Jenkins, in the 99 of Baldwin, the 187 of McLean, and then the 62 car of Davey McSherry. That rounds out your top 5 at the moment. And Leslie holding on to this one. He's pretty much been in clear air from the get-go. Grid position number 1. He's been in 1 all the time. Looks like the 97 car of Aaron Trantner there on corners number 2 has parked it up. He's got it going yet again though. So no stoppages for him. Well, we will be now 9 laps gone out of 12 once Leslie passes me in the control tower. He does just now. So we've got 3 more laps to go. And heat number 2 for our Richmond Exhaust and Radiator Specialist. Triple Crown here for our street stocks here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. Still Leslie leading it from the 345 car of Jenkins, then the 99 of Baldwin, from the 187 of McLean, then the 62 of McSherry. But very tame and quiet this race compared to a lot of the other races at the moment. Obviously the field's starting to dimmer down in terms of numbers. Started off with quite a considerable amount of 20 plus. Now we're pretty much almost at 20. So they're dropping like flies at the moment, but Leslie's got 1 more lap to hold him off at the moment as he makes his way down the back straight, just behind the 59 car of Benji Smell. So Smell looks like he's about to get lapped here, and that'll be a very rare occurrence here at Milestone on the top of the South Speedway. But Paul Leslie's going to take heat number 2 out for our Streeties. Ben Jenkins in the 345 car from Dunedin's going to finish second from the 99 of Baldwin. Then McLean in the 187 from the 62 of Dave McSherry. McCarrison will finish in 6th from Van Lyshout. Musgrove, Finch, Atkinson, Smale, Bateman, Richards, Turner, Moffat, Schwass, Trantner, and then Mike Jones will be the last of our finishing cars here. But a good race win there to the 27 car of Paul Leslie. Fastest lap that goes to the 9 car of Ryan Musgrove with a 17.699. I think Jenkins and Leslie pretty much the only one in the 17s really, so a couple of them going really fast, the others trying the old pitter-patter really.
Yep, no, they'll be setting the points up. I think they'll plan out who's winning triples and who's going to stop who. Of course, they're used to hitting like a D car will hit a C car or an I car, but now when they've got teammates that have got C's and D's and I's on them, it's a little bit more stressful to have a look. You're not just looking at the leader, you've got to make sure the number that's with it's not one of your teammates.
Hi, I'm Brittany Carpenter, driver of 85 GM, based out of Greymouth. I use wholesale tyres, coloured chrome rims on my car. If you're looking for something unique and different on your car, contact Wholesale Tyres to get these coloured rims. Or get a hold of them on Facebook at Wholesale Tyres, or go onto their website, which is www.wholesaletyres.net.nz. See you trackside.
Need coloured chrome rims? Wholesale Tyres. Good rims, better prices, great people.
Might have felt that one. I'll have to ask him later on. The old beard might be just getting a little bit greater after that one. And the 19 car comes back out. It is Vicky Lutheris in the 19 machine, but it is 22. The boss from Donaldson's leading this one out as they circulate round 3 and 4. Here comes the 41 car of Dave Bartholomew. 15 coming through there as well of Malcolm Clausen. Here comes the flying 6P car. There's Dave Evans. Tank making his way back up. Brent Goulding. 49, well, it's still on the track. It's going well. Keith Turner. And the 99, one of our older type cars, that is Darren Goulding. The car's just circulating around. They do use the odd bumper every now and then. They're not supposed to, but it's just part of racing. Some of the bodies certainly feel it after a little bit. Some of them losing a bit of hydration, but they'll fix that up later on. There's the 22 of Nell just trying to get past the 19 car, one of the back markers. Bartholomew's trying to go around the outside. Nell down low. And it is the Nelson Knockers leading this one out. The pink frilly bits on the top of the wings. A couple of Palmerston North cars not far away. And three-way squeeze as Brains goes through, squeezes between the 99 and 19. Boy's doing plenty of horsepower. Ken Nell leading this one out. He might be able to pick up a race victory. See how he gets on. He's certainly got the car dialed in now. Spent a bit of time a couple of weeks ago up in Palmerston North and then turned up at Wanganui to have a bit of a play. And he's enjoyed a bit of racing at the Glenham track as well. And there's a few more classic stock cars coming out of the Nelson stable. We can tell you the XR17A Proctor machine, the high-rise machine, is sitting in the Donaldson's workshop as well. And Mark Dalton busy working on getting that back to the colours, the middleman colours of Proctor, as it was many years ago. He's found a few photos with a few bars and bits and pieces that he's put back on it, work in progress. And certainly enjoying putting the classics back. He had a bit of a ride in the Ken Nell machine, got hooked up and doing a bit of paddock racing in the harvest grade at Glenham, and decided, no, I'm going to get myself a classic. So managed to find the Proctor machine up in the North Island and has picked that up. Racing still going, checkered flag not out yet. Ken Nell still leading this one from the 6P. Evans and Harper from the 15 car there as well of Malcolm Clausen. So just having a wee look at the checkered flag. The white flag won't be too far away. We'll be running out of a bit of breath. No, there's the checkered flag now, just spotted it, and there will be a race win to Ken Nell. He'll pick up the checkered flag. I did offer $500 for him to be rolled, but I'm sure Chick and Dan will go well and won't even give me another pay rise. We'll wait and see. I haven't got one yet, but we keep trying. We have a bit of fun. And of course a few of the staff here, Ben Henry in the infield there with the drone. Little wee short fella with the hat turned around the wrong way.
Hey guys, so this is what you've been waiting for all night. We're about to let the Superstocks loose for the top 10 shootout. As you can see, we've got 10 cars going out onto the track. Once they their grid positions are going to be determined by the way they finish. This is going to be epic. We've got Harley Rob on pole, old Mr. Keegan Levine over in number 2, my man Tyler Walker back in number 9. Who else have we got here? Randy T. Oh gosh, this is going to be epic. Get ready, hold on to your seats guys, because you're going to love this. I'm going to cut it short because they're going to come out, you're not going to be able to hear me, so enjoy this top 10.
But it is Rob and Keegan Levine off the front row. This will be the deciding factor for the top 10. Top 10 shootout, PTS Stampede. We are racing. As the 5 car of Keegan Levine, who's on the outside, but look out for the former 1NZ, the 66 car of Randy Tarrant. He's moved into the first place. Harley Rob in the 991 car's in second, but he's going to move into first as he gets by the 66 of Tarrant, so Rob leads the first lap. Tyler Walker's now in second position from the, looks like the 48 car of Nichols, but here comes the Wellingtonian Dale Robertson down the inside. So Robinson now moves into third, hits a wee bit of a rut there, slows the car down considerably, and that'll let the 5 car of Keegan Levine through, and the 48 car of Nichols, who's on the outside line, working wonders at the moment for Brett Nichols. He's moved his way all up into third position at the moment, but still the race lead is with the 113 car of Tyler Walker, but he better watch out for the reigning defending PTS Superstock Stampede champion. It is the 991 car of Harley Rob, neck and neck as they start to make their way down this back straight into 3 and 4. Nothing in it between the top 3 at the moment. Nichols is right there. Robinson spins out on the exit of corner number 3 and 4, so he'll probably park that one up. He might even have a front right flat tyre, it looks like. Does the 89 car of Robinson, so he's going to probably park that one up and finish 10th position. So he will start off grid 10 for the feature race. With a battle out the front. We've got 5 more laps to go. We're 5 laps through it, so we're halfway through. And the 991 car of Harley Rob and the 133 car of Tyler Walker. Nothing can be separated between them at the moment. They're going battling tongs for each other. They're crossing over like a couple. Like anything at the moment. Walker slides on him. He's got a car length over the 991 car of Harley Rob. Better watch out though for the 48 car of Brett Nichols. He's there or thereabouts. He's just got to keep his nose involved in this one, and he'll just wait for a mistake between the 2 drivers. It's not essential that he gets past him because he'll probably be on the inside grid draw, and that's what you want going into a feature race with about 22 Superstocks on the track at once. But the battle between the first and second still on, between Rob, Walker, Nichols and Levine. The battle for the top 4 as Walker still holding on at the moment. Rob still down the inside, trying to pick his nose through, trying to get that bumper in front of that left rear tyre. Can't quite get it done this time. White flag, 1 more lap to go for the former 1NZ stock car. The 133 car representing the Stratford Club. Coming out of 3 and 4. Oh, he might have stuffed it up there. No, he's going to straighten it up. He's going to take the race win. Brett Nichols is going to finish second though. And third will be the 991 car of Harley Rob. Fourth will be the 66 car of Randy Tarrant. Fifth, the 5 car of Keegan Levine. Sixth, the 85 of Cooper. And 7th will be the 32 of Mitch Berry. Then the 32 at Kramer. Ethan Levine will finish in 9th. And then Dale Robinson will finish out 10th. But what a drive by the 133 car of Tyler Walker. But I don't know though, because Harley Rob might have purposely finished in 3rd position so he doesn't start off that outside grid.
Well, I'm not quite sure about that. That track's starting to play a little bit of havoc down in 3 and 4. And just trying to find those race lines. Dale Robinson, the problem getting through there, spun it up, finished in the back of the pack, but that car's still capable of coming through the pack. Of course, it is a feature length race for the PTS Stampede. And a great race from Nichols, Walker, Rob. So we had Stratford, Nelson, Christchurch, Auckland, Wellington, all in the top 5. And give him a hand, folks. So this is the 133. He's just had the one race for the whole season in his brand new Superstock. Picked up a couple of...
Are you building a new commercial business or home? Or is it time that your existing premises had a repaint anywhere in the South Island? Then Anderton Decorators have you covered. From floor to ceiling, wall to roof, Anderton Decorators offer the latest techniques, equipment and technology to make even the hardest tasks seem simple. Anderton Decorators also has the expert team to take the frustration out of your next project. Call Shane today on 027 Painting. It's 027 724 6846. Anderton Decorators. We have you covered.
Morgan Dumbo, the 83. Good to see Big Daddy here tonight. Of course, promoter at Greymouth, not racing today, so he's come up to support the daughter. An hour off in racing to this James Ryan in the 15 car, leads him out from the 83 of Dumbo. Going round turn 1 and 2, the 4 car of Lennon trying to get a speed to 67 of Baker coming through. And a big shot from the 2-1 at the 214 from the 59 of Baker, who seems to be quite content to use the front bumper. And it looks like the 214 of Matt Lee might be just trying to get it into the infield. And who's the other one blocking? 67. So it is Max Baker who's decided to use a bit of bumper work, and Matt Lee's still trying to fire the car up. And out in front, it is the 83 of Morgan Dumbo from the 15 of James Thye. Then we go back to Lennon, got the top 10 logo on the back of that car, so a bit of dealing with the Levines for sponsorship there. Of course, we do see TWE. Oh, here we go, it's the car heading infield, just misses the track marshal's done on the drive. He hit reverse, and we'll come back out and race the 33 machine of Robertson. Yeah, good to see TWS, of course, proud sponsors at Rotorua Speedway, sponsoring Brett Nichols, so sponsorship around the countryside. And a few local sponsors on the 82P of Win Stanley as they go through. But it is Dumbo from Lennon, Thye, Sweating, Win Stanley, McDonald, Clark, Huggies, Hold'em, Baker, Russ, and the plenty of dust green spirit as the 57 also follows the same track as the 33 car towards the infield. We'll come back out. Looks like the 33's done and dusted. He's going to park it up as they do spread themselves far and wide. No one really doing too much contact at the moment. Dumbo out to a hand lead. Thye takes back the second spot. Sweating moving up to 4th spot, challenging the 4 car for 3rd. Will sneak underneath as they come around 1 and 2 on the lap 6 of 12. And will sneak in the 3rd spot. Leonard's going to try and come back underneath him. And it is Nelson, Christchurch, Palmerston North, Nelson. There we go back to Wellington with McDonald. Huggies Holton without a wing on the 317 car. I think that one possibly for sale as well. But it is Morgan Dumbo just fighting a way through the track. Bit of contact between the 151 of Sweating and the 15 of Thye. Thye taking the pole line, just making sure he's trying to hold the race. Thye Dumbo will be under a bit of pressure from Thye, who's getting plenty of bumper work from the 151 as they just try and tap the rear end of each car, going through wide across the front of the tower. And Thye takes the race lead. Sweating still trying to find a way through. Morgan drops down, might be a flat right rear possibly for the 83 machine. Looks like it as he's dropped right off the pace and just tracking through that rough stuff's just deflated the tyre as Thye takes the race there again. But here comes 191 of Sweating trying to go for 2 for 2. Lennon in the 3rd place, just looking for the car. It has made its way infield, parked up, flat tyre, but it is Sweating. Fine for the leaders to go past the white flag. And Thye's gone wide, he's going to come low. Tries to get back underneath the Sweating car. It's going to be a push to see who's going to hold the corner. Thye tries to push the 51, 151 out wide, does that. Will pick up the race win. And it looks like Sweating might just hold on, just have a look at the LS coming through at the moment. But it looks like Thye's missed out. Sweating's going to hold on for 2nd from Lennon. The 82 of Win Stanley, Clark, McDonald, Huggies, Holden, Baker. And it looks like, yeah, we've looped out with James Thye and he's dropped back 1 lap, but he was the race winner. Just managed to hold it as he pushed the 151 out, just left himself susceptible where he was. He got pushed in the rough stuff and dropped back just enough for the 115 car to lead. Just on points for that one at the moment. Speeding on 24. Not too sure how that'll put fine. I can't remember what position he finished in the last heat.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Nartai from Suck It Up Limited. If you're in the Canterbury area and need any hydro excavation, water blasting, vacuum loading, any septic tank cleaning or CCTV of your pipelines, please give me a call or contact us on our Facebook page.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Our local boy, Brett Nichols, bringing it home in position 2 in the shootout. That was epic. How did you find it?
Yeah, no, good, eh? We've just been playing with the car all night, and yeah, I went down on the pole line and my car wasn't really liking it, so I took the top line and my foot flat and just held on, and yeah, no, it was good to get Harley at the end there, because starting off 2 is pretty good, I reckon.
And of course, the track is holding up better tonight than what it did last night.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, it's not as rough, but there's definitely 3 lines there, pole line in the rough or up high. So, yeah, hey, it's all good, eh? So, yep.
And how did you enjoy watching these two fight it out?
Yeah, well, I was hoping they were going to tangle and I could slip on past, but yeah, no, Tyler Walker, he's a very experienced racer, and I just lent him 20 litres of fuel, actually, for that race, so I've just asked for it back.
Stop. Hey, I tell you what, Brett, we really appreciate your time. I can see you've got a bit of work to do on your car, so we'll let you get back to it. I think your crew's calling you, so thanks very much and good luck for the final tonight. Awesome. Cheers. Hey, guys, I'm just going to stick with it for a minute. Paul's got a little board over here I want you to look at. We've actually got your grid positions for the next feature. We've got Tyler, of course, on pole, and of course, Brett Nichols on number 2. Now, I don't know if anyone else noticed, but Harley Robb actually slowed down in that last lap to snatch position number 3. Do you think that was done on purpose because position 3 is better than position 2? I don't know. I reckon I'm right, but we'll soon see. So buckle up, everyone. We're about 5 races away from the final. Winner takes it all. I will see you again after the final race.
And of course, Caleb Coxhead, who, if you go to the Stratford Speedway Facebook page, has been featured on their webpage with a brilliant rollover videoed last night. And of course, you can listen to us on 88.2 around the track. And of course, if you're not here tonight, of course, chances were to pick up on the Pits TV doing live coverage, live streaming here. And of course, if you want to check out what's happening around the racetracks to see where they're streaming from next, just hit the Pits TV on Facebook. They'll tell you pretty much where they are. I know they're heading to the North Island pretty much after Christmas. As our mini stocks head around the track. Eagle Broker on pole. That side looks to be the 10 car of Jackson Hupos. 26 on the track of McCartney. Cruz McCreath, the man from Reefton. A ringer from Reefton. Racing. It will be the 10 car that's going to lead them through as they go 3, 4, 5 wide. Burson trying to punch his way through. Gone through a melee. Hopefully he'll stay straight. He has managed to stay straight at 26 cents. Spat out, spun round. And Burson's up to 3rd already. Just watching for the rest of the leaders to come through. McSweeney goes low, trying to catch up with a few cars. Got Alan Robertson right on the front of his bumper as Coxhead tries to sneak through as well. The 18 car of Higgins come to almost a complete stop out of turn 2. And I think the lights might be coming yellow if he can't get off the racetrack. He's trying to manage to get off. Might be on the starter motor. Aaron Marshall gets a big spin out of 3 and 4. Makes it way on the track, but it is the 18 car parked on the green stuff as Brunt gets spun out courtesy of McSweeney. Allo Robinson had nowhere to go. So McSweeney's going to give his hard charger, trying to get through as it is 21 in of Burson leading this one. Going for his 4th win out of 5 races. And they are going caution, so it looks like the 18 car could be in a dangerous position just on the edge of the pole line. And that's a shame for young Luke Higgins. He's had some good races over the last couple of days. Yesterday Carlin Brunt back out on the track. Callum Russ making his way up from the back. He's got McSweeney behind him. Alan Robertson's not far away. He's back under, ready to go racing again. Jack Burson out from Indian file pretty much as the light goes green. They're going to go 3 wide out of 1 and 2. Burson's going to have to go wide, much like his dad normally does in the Super Saloon. But he's going to have to follow the 22 of Cruz McCreath, who stays wide. Burson just slices through them, heads down the pole line. Will assume the race lead after lap 1. So still got the 9 laps to go. And McCreath happy to run the high line. Coxhead also up that way. Hutos staying low. So it's a bit of speed and distance around the outside, or a bit slower and less distance on the inside. That's a choice pretty much as the middle of the track gets a little bit choppy for the mini stocks. 97 of McSweeney starting to make his way up. The 81 of Russ also making his way up. Hutos drops back a little bit, just gets caught on the pole line. Coxhead goes ahead. Here comes Harlan Brunt making his play for the minor positions as well, but they'll all be hard pressed to try and catch the 21 as Cole Phillips goes high and wide right out the wall at turn 4, loses a few spots. And Hutos has got Harlan Brunt right behind them. Harlan looks like he's got the fastest car, trying to go tap past, much like Hamilton did on Verstappen the other day. Boy, cripes, that F1 final is going to be an absolute hoop banger as Alan Robertson gets a little bit, as I get tangle tied, she gets tied in some of the ruts. But Burson, he's got almost half a back length of the straight in front of the 22 machine of Cruz McCreath. Here comes the 81 of Callum Russ up in the 3rd place. He's going to vie for that spot with the 97 of McSweeney. Toby Walker still coming through, battling the 89 of Robertson. Out in front, it is Jack Burson, untouchable. The battle on for the minor spots though as we go into lap 7. And Russ making a play as he slides. Coxhead almost went for another ride, got caught with the 81 machine, just ran out of race room. And it's, I don't know, and here we go. Cruz goes wide round the ruts. McSweeney goes low. As they come together, a bit of contact. It looks like a wee bit of smoke coming out of the 22 machine. Dropped back a little bit, so it might have been a bit of damage, a wee bit of contact on the ruts taking their toll as Brunt comes back out on the infield. But it is McSweeney that's gone into 2nd spot, so this could be close on points with Burson, 2 of the quickest cars in the South Island. Coxhead has got his backside full of the 81 car of Russ. As Russ tries to split it, goes through the rough stuff, 3 wide out of 2. And Russ is going to come out in 3rd place. McCreath is going to have to settle for 4th at the moment as they are on the last lap, and the checkered flag out for Burson. McSweeney's going to come through in 2nd. Russ will come through in 3rd. Cruz will come through in 4th. Coxhead in 5th. Looks like Marshall's going to come through in 5th from Phillips in 6th. It'll be back to Robertson. The 26th car of McCartney, Broker, McDonald, Hutos, Brunt. 2 guys that got a bit stuck in some of that rough stuff. And the 18 car of Luke Higgins, a DNF for the young fella. It won't go down very well. Hopefully nothing too major. He'll be back out to fight another battle another day. And it'll be interesting to see how that goes towards points for the best pairs and the Ministock Mania. Will try and give you the official results before the end of the meeting. And we've still got stock cars and super stocks yet to come. We'll just have a wee look at what's lined up in the dummy grid. And as the classics are ready to come out. Last heat for the classics. There we go, folks. 4 out of 5 so far today for the 21 end event of Jack Burson. And a good race win. Promising future for the 21 machine. I wrote earlier in the New Zealand Dirt Track magazine, hopefully the flat tyre fury doesn't follow young Jack about. It did last year on a few crucial titles, but seems to be going right tonight. And we'll see what the points do overall for the mini stocks and the best pairs competition. Rightio, the classics going through with the Jonas Brothers. Play us out, it's going to rise for the stock cars tonight. And it's the classics out there doing the business. A handicap one this time round. It's a 22 car, sneaks past from the 6P. Clouds still gathering overnight, the lights making their way through, But it has been a fantastic day here in Nelson. Beautiful weather. There's no reason why we haven't won the sunniest province in New Zealand over many times, as Brains just gets a little bit loose in the 9W car. The boss has spun it out on the infield. He's back out in the 22 rock machine. And the 20, oh, here we go, the 19 going infield as well. Lucky to have sheep aren't in there. The only thing good up at Waikaraka Partners this time is grazing for the sheep. A lot of the North Island tracks there at the moment. As the 66 machine comes through as well, they'll have PTS at the helm. Normally runs the 32 machine, that under the hands of Daryl Fanny Peterson. And also the 66 just coming a little bit loose, comes back out on the track. So these guys are racing for points and prestige. A bit of contact from the one in Z tank. Against the back wall. Has it blown a flat tyre? No, she's all good. Just sits really, really low, one of the original tanks. And of course the big tank show, 30 years of tank racing, going to be held up at Palmerston North. I think later this year was scheduled to be in October, but it's been put back. And a few of the clinics have been rebuilt. And I'm looking forward to this. Of course, tank drivers, I don't think Hardy will be invited to the tank one. He doesn't like tanks, so he won't be going along. 13, I'm not sure, is he a V these days? Not quite sure what to do is Mad Marty. There we go, the guys just circling around, having a ball with the cars, all of them still running, which is a good thing. And no doubts, losing a bit of liquid, they'll fill that up later on tonight. Oh, a bit of a contact between the 32 and the tank. The Anglesey 32, sorry, Fanny drives on the infield, comes back out again. This Anglesey normally driving that one, used to be our starter car. As the boss comes through, Kent now enjoying his racing here. He's having a look to see if there's white flags or something coming out, because of course these things don't run transponders. So a little bit of bumper work being used, but Braden's heading through Brian England in the 9 machine, loving his racing down here, looking forward to the race tour. Going to come down and go for a holiday right around the entire South Island. Probably a couple of tracks he's never raced at. Invercargill, possibly Cromwell as the checker flag does make its way out to final heat. For the classic stock cars, we do thank them for being here this weekend, especially the ones travelling down from the North Island to make this event what it is. And no doubt next year with the Stampede we'll see them back once again. And we do thank them for being here. Have a look in the pits later on once the racing is done. We're just going to have a look at some of the way these are done. And looking forward to this as they're about to go green. The lights going orange. They're out, about ready to race.
We've got Harry Moffat Schwass and the 55 of Taylor on the front row. We are racing for the final heat of the Richmond Exhaust and Radiator Specialist Streetstock Triple Crown. And just like that, Harry Moffat Schwass gets spun around there on the entrance of corner 1 and 2 Bigsy's Hill, but out front it is the 9 car of Ryan Musgrove who leads it from the 3-4-5 of Ben Jenkins, Cody McCarrison in there, Braden Adams up there, and Daniel Baldwin rounding out your top 5 at the moment as they go 4 wide me passing the control tower as Greg Taylor grinding the wall there on 1 and 2 Bigsy's Hill. Atkinson starting to use his bumper, pushing the 15C of Ben Turner out to the wall. As looks like Smale's got his another Dunedin car. Oh, Bateman almost goes over. There's a massive Constantina. Van Leishout's involved in there. Atkinson involved. Bateman and Blackler were the original ones. I think it was Smale that originally turned around the 8 car of Craig Blackler. And it looks like the 97 car of Stephen Soper is going to be parked up there. He's going to spin it back around. So we will stay green. And after 4 laps of racing already, well, 3 laps now, Ryan Musgrove still in your race lead at the moment. And second place, it will be the 11 car of Cody McCarrison from the 3-4-5 of Jenkins. And then Adams and then Baldwin rounding out your top 5 at the moment. Smale, Leslie, Watson, McSherry and then Jones. The remainder of your top 10 as it looks like the 187D and the 8D are fighting it out. So the Dunedin cars are attacking each other. There's no love lost between them. They'll have a beer in the club rooms afterwards together, but they're going to start smashing each other to try win this Streetstock Triples crown. And we will go red light, and it will be for the 97 car who's parked up there on corners 1 and 2 Pixies Hill. And that is, of course, Aaron Tratner. I say they'll be moving a few of those cars back, like the one instead of Daryl Hune Richards. Red light came on when he was pretty much by the gate here. He's all but managed to almost enter midway through 1 and 2 at the moment.
Well, as I said, you play to the referees are quite happy for him to do it. You never know, one of the officials might have spotted that, might put him back a little bit. As we see the 97 machine about to be pushed off the bonnets. On the right, left, front, looking very, very second-hand at the front of the car. Looks like it's hit a pole or something, a bollard. 97 of Soper, looks like he's hitting infield as well, is he? Well, he's just been told to go back, waiting to have a look.
So they've been told to
go back, park it up. Good to see that. Of course, playing rugby, representing rugby for the West Coast, co-captain. Has obviously the Heartland Rugby in it going a little bit longer, so we didn't see him out here on the track earlier in the season, but he's back in behind the car. Big shout out to Neville, of course, who's got the broken leg. Hopefully he's got a speedy recovery. Good to see Steve Soper here, of course, one of the chief mechanics at Taylor's. See him sneaking up to the quarry every now and then, give him a big wave out. He actually ended up working on some Superstocks the other day, gave him a bit of a hard time with that. Of course, we've got young Dylan Hall, another Taylor's protege out of the quarrying area as well.
And it looks like the 118D of Alan Finch as well. So the Dunedin and Christchurch cars are feeling the full force of this final heat for the Richmond Exhaust and Radiator Specialist Streetstock's Triple Crown here at Milestone Homes, top of the South Speedway. It is still the 9 car of Ryan Musgrove who leads us at the moment from the 11 car of McCarrison as they start to make their way down the back straight into 3 and 4 shot corner as Musgrove. He's the only one in the 17's fastest lap, a 17.9. The next fastest behind him is an 18.2 by the 15 car of Matty Watson. So he's a 300th of a second faster at the moment as the 9 car of Ryan Musgrove, and that's what happens. It looks like the 11 car of Coney McCarrison's been taken out a wee bit as the 9 car of Musgrove is starting to get absolutely walloped by the 187 of Lachlan McLean. You better watch out though, because here comes the 345. We've got a red light.
Bit of bumper on the back straight there, just over by Ryan Musgrove. And something's come off at one of the cars. We're about to go racing again.
We've got 8 laps gone out of 12, so we've got 4 more laps to go. Ryan Musgrove still your race leader in the 9 car. The 345 of Ben Jenkins from Dunedin is in second place. He's only a couple of car lengths behind the 9 car of Ryan Musgrove as they make their way through, and it'll be red light again. So they're just braking hard and fast at the moment. It doesn't look like there's... Oh, maybe the 27 car of Leslie might have a left rear flat tyre, I think. He was trying to hide it, I think.
Yep, yeah, no, he's been caught out, of course. I'm just having a look at the playlist here for what we get a bit of a gap. I just put Don't Stop Moving, I thought was going to be a good song for this particular race. But they are jumping around as we get to go racing again.
Yeah, we are, and that 345 of Ben Jenkins has closed up right on the 9 car of Ryan Musgrove as they start to make their way through 3 and 4 shop corner, and third is the 475 car of Braden Evans. So the battle's on for first and second at the moment. A couple more laps to go between the 9 car of Ryan Musgrove and the 345 of Ben Jenkins. Ben Jenkins slips up the inside of the 9 car of Musgrove at the moment. So Jenkins leads it from Musgrove only just at the moment as Musgrove starts to put the bumper hit on him. Can he slide him out? Jenkins will be used to it given he's from Dunedin, used to that contact and the big hits down there, as he'll start to have another go at the 9 car of Ryan Musgrove. It's white flag, so it's 1 more lap to go as they start to make their way down the back straight into 3 and 4 shop corner. Jenkins down low, Musgrove up high, and the low line usually always wins that one. Jenkins is going to take the race win from the 9 car of Ryan Musgrove. Braden Adams is going to finish in third place in the 475 car. Matt Watson in the 15 will be fourth, and fifth will be the 99C car of David Baldwin, then the 62 of McSherry, the 59 of Smale, the 29 of Jones, and then the 11 of McCarrison from the 39 of Harry Moffat-Schwartz. But a good race win there for the 345 car of Ben Jenkins. It doesn't matter if you're first at any point in the race, as long as you're first when you cross that checkered flag line, that is all that matters.
Some top racing from our Streetstock drivers tonight. It's been 2 good days of racing, and no doubt we'll get the points added up Pete McNay over there busy scribing down. He'll be over to get the points, and the Dewey's right up. There'll be a big release later on tonight, so check out the Facebook page, the Nelson website for the write-ups, and then of course bit of a write-up probably for what's going to happen in January as well after Christmas. Of course, you'll have plenty of Christmas pud, no doubt, plenty of orange cake, I believe. Of McDonald will share the front row, the 59 of Baker, the 82 of Winstanley, the 67, the other Max Baker, Clark in 6 as they go racing once again. Braden Lennon trying to get the car fired up, just hits through the infield, comes back out again. Well, this is 69 from Wellington. McDonald leading this one out. Here comes Dylan Clark. The 82 machine of Winstanley as they use the bumpers to push each other around. Clark goes backwards. He's going to take Winstanley up. Slaps the back wall. Does Dylan Clark. He'll try and find the gear. There he is, back out and racing again. So he might be playing a bit of mischief. Just watching for the 151 of Sweating, the 15 of Thyan there as well. And the 82 of Winstanley, so it will be the 151 trying to get up on points. Just having a look through as they go through. 27 James Thyan on points. Braden Lennon on 27 points. Just looking for Wade Sweating on 33, so he's got a bit of a buffer up to third place. Don't know if anyone's going to try and stop them. Might be the one to watch out for as Baker as Huggies gets on the back of the 82 machine of Winstanley. McDonald in the 60 machine's got his hands full with the 151 of Sweating. Lennon in behind, so it's going to three-way shove down out of 1 and 2. And McDonald, I think he's done a right rear as he's got the big shove on. Sweating takes over the race lead from the Lennon. And it will be the McDonald, flat right rear as we picked it out of 1 and 2. Dives on the grass on 3 and 4. That promotes Winstanley up to position 3. James Thyan in position 4. Then we go back to Morgan Dumlow. Huggies hold him. Baker, and Clark trying to make up some headway after that spin out on the first lap. No one prepared to use the bumpers at this stage, so she could be a clean ride home for Sweating as he takes the race lead from Lennon. And I think Sweating's just going to clean away from this one, unless someone's going to play block. It is pretty much home and hose for Wade Sweating. He might be taking home a trophy from the Nelson side once again. 33 just pulls the infield, lets the drivers go through, come back out will be Robertson. Clark just having a wee bit of a battle, just goes past Baker, just does it with a bit of caution as these guys just spread them away. A bit of a saloon car race for the stock cars this time round. Mind you, they've done plenty of damage over the last couple of weeks, and the guys just quite happy to see through Christmas and get through as their season becomes a bit of a strange one. Still got teams racing down in Christchurch on the 8th of January for a few of these drivers. Braden Lennon, part of the Canterbury Crushers, along with Wade Sweating. Big punt from James Thyan on the 82 of Winstanley. Winstanley, I don't think is going to be too happy about that. I'm sure he'll come back with bumper work himself as Morgan Dumlow just catches up, but Winstanley might have a bit of red mist in the bonnet and in the eyes of the 82 machine. Has he got a flat right rear? No, he's got it pumped up. James Thyan might be heavy looking in the mirrors of the 15C car if Winstanley can catch him, but out in front, comfortably leading this one is Wade Sweating from Braden Lennon. Go back to James Thyan. Will he make the podium with that hit on Winstanley? You go back to Dumlow, Holtham and Dylan Clark. But spin out from the 59 of Zach Baker. Will make it back out on the track as Clark just has a wee bit of a punt and Huggies hold him. And it's the checkered flag out. Sweating's pretty much got this one wrapped up on 35 points. James Thyan will sneak into second place on 32. Braden Lennon will go into third on 29. Winstanley on 27. Dylan Clark on 26. That'll be your top 5 places for your podium for the club champs. Going the way of Christchurch, Palmerston North and Nelson. Morgan Dumlow sitting on 11, so they might have had a DNF in that previous race. Now the stock car's done and dusted. Another checkered flag for Wade Sweating, makes a habit of it here in Nelson. And no doubt we'll be down in Christchurch on Boxing Day. As their stock car's a little bit tame this time round. Flat tyre for McDonald, that bit of a shame. Got the 3-car push A little bit hard for the rim on that one. As we just look for the places for our historics, we can tell you that the Palmerston North team have won the historics class over the Northern COVID Busters, and then coming in third place is the Nelson Knockers. Marshall back out there again, the 56 of James, and a speedy little Burson off the back. It is young Jack's got all the cards in front of him for this final race of 10 laps. Heading round 1 and 2, and it is Pritchard leading this one. Here goes Blake Hearn into second place, Harlan Brunt holding third, Tyler Horton into fourth. As they fly out, Caleb Cockwood, he hits the wall, going to go caution once again, and Coxhead hits the wall back where he rolled over last night. He says, I remember this bit of wall, I was upside down 24 hours ago.
It might have been a false start on that one, I think.
Was it? Yeah, the referees determined that. If they parked someone up, they might have parked the 55S up. It looks like he's heading infield. And the Stratford guy featured on the Facebook page has parked it up, not quite sure what's happened there. They are ready to go once again. 55S parked on the infield. It is Pritchard that's going to lead them through. Burson's going to come from the back. Can he make it 5 from 6? Wait and see. He's still got Callum Rush through there as well. He makes a dash through the through, splits through Connolly, and Ella Robertson sneaks right up behind his mate Blake Hearn. As our lead cars open up a bit of a break, Harlan Brunt and the 95 of Pritchard. Here we go. Bit of a squeeze play between the 81 and 41 as they go right through the wall. And Ella Robertson gets a little bit loose, straightens it back up, makes it back out on the track. Will lose a few spots as Burson comes through. Made up about 4 spots after the first lap. On the lap number 2, it is Pritchard from Harlan Brunt. Then we go back to Blake Hearn. Tyler Horton. It is Callum Russ, the 56 of James there as well. Got good points. 79 of Jacob Skur starting to dial his car in. 78 of Aaron Marshall. Got air in the tyres this time round. Here comes Jack Burson. The 12th car of Cole Phillips still ready to play as well. We go back to Conley Webley, the 89 of Ella Robertson, 28 of Lila Jeffcoat. And that's pretty much your race done and dusted. But it is the Wellingtonian leading this one out, the mighty yellow machine. Quite comfortably out in front as the battle goes on between the local boys. Callum Russ made his way up to 5th spot. He's got Jacob Skur in front of him as they battle through the ruts out of turn 4. Bit of contact with young Blake Hearn. Burson just trying to find the gap through there. Staying on the pole line as they burst through. He'll stay right low, try and get underneath the 41 machine out of turns 3 and 4. As Pritchard leads through another lap. Lap number 4 on to 5 of this 10, the final race for the Ministock Mania, brought to us by Cando Fishing. Campbell McManaway, proud sponsor here at Nelson, top of the South Speedway, courtesy of Milestone Homes. But it is Pritchard leading this one through from the 8 of Harlan Brunt, having a good race this one. Tyler Horton's got the car dialed in, as did Jacob Skur. Aaron Marshall spins it up backwards in the 78 machine. He'll forward it back up, hopefully get the car back racing again. We do go caution. This is going to tighten things up a bit. The yellow lights have come out, bit of flame out of the 78 machine. Always looks good on the youth mini stock. I can't get that on my concrete truck, but he certainly can get it on the mini stock as the 56 of James parks it up from Wanganui. And for all those that Wanganui, that's Wanganui spelt with an H. As he tries to fire it up, the excess fuel just coming out the exhaust pipe. Looks quite spectacular out of a mini stock. Looks pretty good out of a midget, but the mini stock's flowing the flames out as well. And just flooded it. Enough gobbledygook, let's get back to the racing. It is Pritchard, Anthony Pritchard from Wellington's going to lead them out again on the restart halfway through this final race. Harlan Brunt shoots down low, going to try and put the pressure on Pritchard around the start-finish line, cross to 1 and 2, and we've got a change of race there as Pritchard's gone back 4 spots as Burson tries to burst through. He's going to try and keep the pressure on the 47 machine, trying to stay down low, can't quite get it done. Horton shuts the gap. But it is Burson from the back up to about 3rd or 4th spot as Harlan Brunt manages to find his way into the front. He's got himself about a 10 car length gap on the flying 21 machine. Hootos just cruising around in the 10 car. Maybe a few issues here. Callum Russ trying to get some valuable points to try and make that podium. Not sure how the points are going to play out for this one. The guy's looking steadily on. But it is Burson trying to catch the 8 car of Harlan Brunt, having a good race in this one. As it looks like Hootos has found a bit of pace in the 10 car. from the 47 of Tyler Horton. Then we go back to the 81 of Callum Russ, the 41 of Blake Hearn. Here comes Cole Phillips in the 12th car. 79 of Jacob Skirts, dropped back a little bit, trying to make some places up. As Harlan Brunt having a bit of a battle as Hutos tries to get our race leaders. Both of them shoot through. Jack Burson right up on outside the 8 car, and Hutos squeezing the light, and I've got a sneaky feeling that the 10 car is going to be finding himself on the infield as he's put the 8 car into the wall, broken the front left-hand tyre of the 8 car, and I'd say the 10 car might be heading infield.
So he'll be heading infield and probably a stand down with that one too, I'd say.
Yeah, I know he's got a bit of a dent in the tyre, and no doubt we'll leave that up to the referees to sort out, but our race leader up towards the wall, and not too sure what that was about. We'll leave that away from here. We don't like seeing that sort of stuff here at Nelson Speedway. We've got rid of all that sort of rubbish. Guys moved on. Harlan Brunt, I feel sorry for him. His front wheel looks like he's going to need a tow truck out of there. And not sure if they've pulled the race. Just having a look, it means Jack Burson is back into the race lead. 10 car parked on the infield. No doubt will be up towards the tower, I would suggest. Pritchard's going to find his way in. He was leading this race, but found himself about 7 or 8. Here we go, Callum Russ, Blake Hearn in front of the 47 Christchurch car. And it looks like that Jeff Cott still racing the 56 of James, the 78E on the infield, along with the 10 car being pushed in. It's got a bit of a dented bumper. And through many years of watching, when you idle around and then suddenly find a bit of pace and then suddenly find the wall with the lead car in the air, it's not good. And it looks like they have opened the gate. They may have called this race, I would suggest.
Yeah, I'd say they just go back a lap and give Harlan the win there. So.
Yep, I think that's a fair call. Will be a disappointment for Jack Burson. He probably won't be happy as he's eyeing up the race lead, but certainly I think there's going to be some talking to by our referees. We've got some experienced referees up in the tower, and that's certainly not anything that we'd like to see. And for those who are watching on the TV screen, just take note, that's not good through my eyes. We'll leave the referees to sort that one out, and I hope your eyes can see what I was seeing. And we'll let you guys make up your own judgment as 21 of Jack Burson just goes around the top of the field. Whether that's enough for him to win the overall Ministock Mania, we'll wait and see.
And give Harlan Brunt a round of applause as he makes his way around the track. He's going to do the tow truck victory lap.
No, he was having a good race up until then, and he will get the checkered flag, so they have gone back a lap. And no doubt there might be an exclusion on the 10 car. We'll just wait and see for the official results. So leave that in the referee's hands. You guys at home that are watching on the Pits TV live stream can make your own judgments as well. But yep, just one of those things we don't like to see in youth mini stocks. Folks, who you backing? Are you backing Brett Nichols? Are you backing Hardy Robb? Will it be Tyler Walker? Will it be Keegan Levine? Will it be Randy T? Phil Kramer? Dale Robertson? They're all there. They all can win it. We're about to go racing.
For the 15-lap winner-take-all PTS Superstock Logistics Stampede here at Milestone Oaks, top of the South Speedway. We are racing. And straight away it's the 133 car of Tyler Walker, but down the inside comes the defending champ, Harley Robin, the 991C car from Christchurch, and he's going to lead the first lap. In second place will be the 48 car of Nichols from the 133 of Walker, then the 66 of Tarrant, then the 5 car of Keegan Levine, then Cooper, Berry, Levine, Robertson, and then Ross. That rounds out your top 10 at the moment. But Harley Robb leads this one by a car length over the 48 car of Brett Nichols. Nichols, he's been so close to major championships before. Is this the first one he's going to pull off the radar other than the South Islands he did quite a few seasons ago as he tries to go around the outside of the 991 car of Harley Rob. They're neck and neck as they go past me in the control tower with 3 laps gone out of 15, 12 more to go. Nichols is persisting with that high line. He's got to watch out because here comes the hard charging 133 of Tyler Walker. Walker hits the ruts. It looks like Rob's using that inside line beautifully as Nichols just gets away from Walker a wee bit as he tries the assault now around the outside of the 991 car of Harley. Robbie gets by him. Nelson's Brett Nichols leads the race as they head into 3 and 4. He's got a good speed at the moment as they're neck and neck. 5 lap of side-by-side action between Harley Rob and the 48 car of Brett Nichols, and it looks like Nichols has just edged it out at the moment by about half a car length at this stage, but Rob's going to come back on the exit of corner 4. They'll be side-by-side again. 6 lap of neck and neck racing between these two southern drivers, and none of them are giving an inch at the moment. Rob's going to persist down the low line. Nichols is going to go high and wide, and Rob at the moment leads it, but Nichols is fighting back. It's almost half of the race already gone as it looks like Alex Hill spun it up there on the exit of corner number 1 and 2, but the race is out the front. It's Rob, Nichols, and watch out for the 133 car of Tyler Walker from Stratford. These guys have nothing in it between them. We are 8 laps gone out of 15, and you couldn't separate them with a blanket at least, as now Nichols, he gets about a car length between him and Harley Rob at the moment. That's as much as he got in the entire race at this stage, as Harley Rob's gone and put a flat tyre, I think, so he's gone out of this one. It might be some big problems here for the 991 car of Rob, but the 48 is your new race leader, leads it by a couple of car lengths over the 133 car of Tyler Walker from Stratford as they make their way through 3 and 4 Pixie's Hill. We're now 10 laps gone out of 15. 5 more laps to go for the 48 car of Brett Nichols. He makes his way down the inside of the 88 car of Chris Baxter as they head into 3 and 4 Pixie's Hill. As the 95 car of Alex Hill going to help the 48 of Brett Nichols. There might be a bit of Nelson teammate going on here, as it's 11 laps gone out of 15. Ross spins it up there on 3 and 4, but he'll rejoin the race as Nichols, he'll go around the outside of the 95 car of Alex Hill, and Alex will surely know that Nichols is in the lead at the moment. He'll let him past as they make their way through 1 and 2 short corner. We won't let him pass, but he's not going to smash him at least as they make their way down the back straight into 3 and 4. That lead for Nichols has extended at the moment to about 2 or 3 car lengths and has gotten more because Walker's just hit that rough. 2 more laps to go for the 48 car of Brett Nichols. He's been close at so many major championships here in New Zealand. The GP, the New Zealand Superstock Champs, the 240s, you name it, he's been close, and he's only got 1 more lap to go. The 48 car of Brett Nichols, he's been a new father this season as he makes his way down the back straight. It looks like the 48 car of Brett Nichols is going to take out the PTS Superstock Stampede. Nichols is going to win it from the 133 car of Tyler Walker. The 5 car of Keegan Levine will finish in 3rd place. Randy Tarrant will finish in 4th. Tom Cooper 5th. Mitch Berry in 6th. From Robertson, Ethan Levine, Lloyd Jennings, and the 144 car of Tim Ross. But Nelson, stand up. He has finally done it. Years and years and years of trying to win a major championship other than the South Island title, and Brett Nichols has done it.
Yeah, Phil and Sue will be absolutely wrapped with that. Young Hudson, if you're going to try and find success, find a bit of luck, have a wee baby. Young Hudson, he's turned up this year.
I'm getting him. Hang on. I'm trying. Guys, I'm trying to get next to Brett. Our local man has taken it away. Look, I'll try and grab him. The emotion. Paul, can you see him up there? He's wrapped. Here he comes. Oh, look at him. Put it there, mate. What a race, eh? Yeah. Brett, tell us how you're feeling. We can see it, but tell us.
Oh, far out, man. I just don't know what to say. Oh, I've led so many championships on top points and been taken out and had some bad runs over the years, but just keep sticking at it. And got to thank these guys up here. They put some hours into this car, and this car wasn't that good last night, and we went home and put it back on the scales, and we altered that car quite a bit and nailed it.
Oh, look, I tell you what, I don't even know what to say. The emotion, everything. You totally 100% deserve that. Even though you had a really respectful little go-to with Harley.
Yeah, I know, massive respect to Harley.
Yeah.
He could have taken me out.
Absolutely.
When we were going around there side by side, I just thought Harley's going to shove me wide here, but he didn't, and massive respect to him, eh?
Well, I tell you what, I'll let you go and shake his hand. You've got a lot. Look at this, everyone. You've got a lot of things to go and give. I'm going to go down the line, but congratulations. I have to shake your hand, man. That was awesome. Well done. So there you go, guys. Local man, Brett Nichols took it away. We're going to run down and see if we can get Tyler, because he's got second and he's right next door, so I should be able to spot him out here somewhere. He's taken off. Oh, no, here he is. Here he is. Tyler Walker's going to want to talk to us, of course. No, he's running. He's running. He's had enough of us. Tyler, congratulations. Well done. I'm so stoked for you. We have got you on camera. Who do you want to thank?
Oh, everyone, like all my sponsors. Dad, he's put some big hours in, and especially Marcus from Munchies. He got us down here, so. And Jay. But no, it's absolutely awesome. So to get second, it's to hardly finish a race this season and then come here, and it's awesome. So.
Hey, talk us through that race, because that was fast. God, that was fast. We haven't seen racing like that for about a whole off season. Talk us through it.
It was unreal, to be honest. It was like the pace was super quick between the first 5 guys, sort of thing, to start with, and I sort of mucked up my brake bias at the start, and then and we started getting some pace, and then I was seeing a couple of Nelson boys drop back and just roll with Nichols. So I was like, I'll just try and sit in second, otherwise there's no good bloody. If I get up to them, they'll just slow me down and I'll get no podium. So I was just trying to cruise there and sit there, and it was awesome. So it was good.
Better to finish second than not at all, right?
That's dead right. So yeah, they wouldn't have let me beat them. So so no, it was good. Happy as.
Well, congratulations. I, of course, had you picked for my winner, so second is still pretty good. Put it there, Tyler. I'm really wrapped for you. Who do you want to give a big shout out to in terms of sponsors, crews, mum and dad at home? Anyone? Camera's yours.
Mum, dad, Joe's, obviously, Marcus, like I said, for getting us down here. All my sponsors, Dairy Master, like those guys have been amazing. I wouldn't be probably in the sport or competitive without those guys. So, I've got about 20 sponsors, so I'd be buggered without them all. So they're pretty amazing. Troy Curry for letting us use this place to repair the car today. It was a pretty big job, and he chipped in and helped us get pretty much make a new exhaust system. So it was pretty awesome, and we're under decibels and we didn't get trailered, so even better. So it's been a bloody well worth it trip. I
tell you what, you got off lightly because Ron Tide was trailered for the being too loud.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I seen it. He only done the first race and then he was out. So yeah, it's sort of it makes it hard. I know, it's a long way to come, but yeah, Speedway's got rules, and if I don't obey them, then the tracks can disappear relatively quick with bloody people complaining. They move close to a track and then expect it to no noise. So that's pretty pathetic. But yeah,
and that's kind of a whole conversation for a whole other day.
Yeah, it is. So, but it sucks for Ron, but yeah.
Listen, go and celebrate. We might see you in the club rooms later on tonight. Put it there, Tyler. So proud of you. Well done. Of course, here we are, as promised, with Keegan Levine. Keegan, well done, mate. Position 3, can't be laughed at.
Nah, definitely a good finish to the night. Just thanks to Harley for pulling off. Otherwise, we ended up 4th. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a better finish than last night. So, no, we're pretty happy.
And the track did hold up probably right until that race. It was a little bit bumpy, but you made it through.
Yeah, it was definitely better than last night. So we managed to get the car down the low line, which I thought was the faster line. So, I'm just pretty happy. Finished all 3 races, and, top 3, can't complain.
And, of course, you said earlier on in the night that you like it fast, but man, oh man, that was quick.
Yeah, it is fast racing out there, and I haven't raced the Superstock here since my first year, so it took a bit to get used to the track, but yeah, it's awesome out there and awesome track, and yeah, real fast.
Hey, Keegan, you've probably got a ton of people to thank, so look down the camera, give it your best.
I've got a lot of sponsors, but yeah, the main ones are just obviously my parents, Wellington Top 10, Keith Gill, obviously he built the car, and man, he's just by my side constantly setting the car up, and as he says, the car talks to him, he sets it up and I just drive it, so I do the easy job, and obviously my partner that does all my gear and everything, and keeps the team rolling.
And sponsors?
Oh, look, I've got so many. I mean, you're going to put me on the spot. I'm probably going to forget some and then I'm going to get shit. So, yeah, they all know who they are and, yeah, we couldn't do it without them.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we'll let you go and celebrate. I'm going to sign off now. Hey, let's hear it for Wellington.
Cheers, thank you.
Awesome. Well done, Keegan. Thank you. So, guys, that's it from us tonight. You're going to catch the Pits crew again next week down in Dunedin. I'm going to have a little break and I'm going to see you all again in Huntly, I believe. Michaela's saying I think so we'll listen to her. So I hope you've enjoyed the racing. It was epic. What a great meeting for me to come back. What a great meeting for our crew to be bringing this to you. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to leave you now with some of our sponsors. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.